didn't just run up the stairs. Welcome back, everyone, to Fate's End, a homebrew Dungeons & Dragons game driven by Fate, and I will be your tale weaver for the evening. Whew, I'm sorry, I'm out of breath. God. Somebody's out of shape. Let me make sure. I just want to make sure everyone can hear us.
DMing is hard work, okay?
Yeah, that's what's hard work.
Burn calories as a DM.
Yeah, you burn calories, you
No one talks about the inherent athleticism of the Dungeon Master.
Yes, inherent.
Well, let's get into our announcements. As you can see, Danny will be here. She's running a little late, but she will be here. And yeah, that's her black box. As it will be a black box of sadness until she gets here. First, let's get through our announcements. First of all, we want to shout out Tabletop Audio. That is tabletopaudio.com for the ambiance and music in this episode tonight. All of this audio is amazing and completely free to use in your own games, but please consider supporting Tim on Patreon so he can continue to make amazing sound sets. We currently support him and encourage you to do so as well, and we'll put a link to his website in chat. I also want to shout out Voidbound Studios for this evening. I am using one of their maps in tonight's episode. Well, I might be. We'll see. We'll see.
We've decided to just stay in the vault forever.
Yeah.
We'll see what the party does. But that is Voidbound Studios. They make awesome animated maps and 3D models, and you can support them on Patreon as well if you'd like to use their maps as well. We also support them on Patreon, and we encourage you to check them out as well. And I'm going to put a link in chat. I know Daniel doesn't have access to this particular link, so I'm going to put it in chat for everyone. Boop. Alrighty, back to my announcements. They are also working on what looks to be an awesome virtual tabletop application, so check them out. And then, of course, there's also a possibility that we might be using a Dynamic Dungeons map tonight in tonight's episode. Oop, Danny's here. Let me get her in here.
Yay!
She popped in right in time.
You made it.
Get the cameras swapped out.
Pull up on Foundry, so I was like, Danny's here.
Yay!
We'll be a little
background real quick.
We'll be a little like discombobulated for just a minute. There we go. Yay!
Hey!
There's
Awesome.
Danny. All right, back to my announcements. But yes, tonight we might also have a Dynamic Dungeons map tonight. So shout out to them as well. We also support them on Patreon. They make animated maps, and we encourage you to support them and check them out. That is patreon.com/Dynamic Dungeons, and the other one was patreon.com/Voidbound. And I will. And actually, I think Voidbound Radic, who just cheered us 13 bits, he's actually one of the developers. So shout out to him. They've been watching for quite some time now, and so cheering out to you, Voidbound. We might be using one of your maps tonight. We'll see what the party does.
We're all going straight to prison.
Is the map prison?
You don't know. We always try to give credit where credit is due and support other content creators like ourselves. So shout out to both of those amazing content creators. And speaking of content creators and other creators in general, we do want to shout out our partners. First up, Wonder Lily Dice. Wonder Lily Dice is a small handmade dice making company here in Huntsville, Alabama. They make sharp edge dice, dice jewelry, and other adventure items such as hand-stamped leather journals and handmade resin pens. You can find their shop at wanderlilydice.com, and be sure to use the code InkandLyre10 to get 10% off your order. We also want to shout out Nine Realms Gaming. They create top-notch gaming accessories from the finest woods this realm has to offer. They never make dice. They make dice trays, dice vaults, hero vaults, dice towers, all gorgeous. They never use dyes or stains. I skipped there for a second. They only use oil-based finishes to bring out the natural wood color. If you want to grab some epic game gear, you can visit their website at ninerealmsgaming.com and use our exclusive partner code Lyre10 to get 10% off. Shout out to Sirenscape as well for the ambient sounds, music, and their online player that we use on stream. We use some of their sound sets from time to time as well. We might use some of those tonight. Just a reminder, our Discord is available to all our community members. That is Command Discord. So come hang out with us, hang out with the cast and crew and our little humble little posse community that we got going on. For some of you, another announcement, we have a new emoji. Some of you have it already, some of you do not. We have a new laughing red Joker emoji inspired by our Twisted Veil show. Perfect for all those laugh out loud moments, and when Twisted Veil players also draw red Jokers, you can also use your channel points to edit that emoji to make it a black Joker as well, which is the equivalent of a natural 1 in Twisted Veil.
And significantly more common, in my experience.
To which our dear Deanna in that game, Nemo, is now buried alive in a coffin, so that's fun. If you want to check out that show on Tuesday at 7:30. But that emote is unlocked when you reach a total bit giving amount of 1,000 bits. And yes, that is cumulative. 3 people should already see that emoji available now. And there are 7 other followers that have already contributed bits and on their way to unlocking that emoji. And I will put it in chat. Oh, there we go. Daniel put it in chat. That is our laughing red Joker emoji. So very, very cool. Whew. I think that's. Oh, one more. I have one more announcement. One more. Sorry. We hit our follower goal. Our charity live stream is on its way, and we are super excited. You all voted, and we are going to be doing a Neverland charity live stream come this April 16th. So mark your calendars. It's going to be a lot of fun. We are super excited about that. Our amazing and talented Deanna Smith with big eyes. What is the big eye? We'll be DMing that charity live stream, I believe. Am I wrong? You got big eyes, so I was a little bit worried.
You're right. You're right. You just called me amazing and beautiful, and I was like, oh no, Brett is coming.
She will be DMing that charity live stream. I believe this is your first time DMing, Deanna. Is that correct?
I have DM'd kind of before. This will be my exciting first foray into streaming it at all, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, we are super excited about that. We love you and support you, and we think you're going to do an amazing job. We're going to be using the module setting Neverland: The Impossible Island by Diana. She's also known as @SuperDylan on Twitter, and is also the co-host of the Femsplained podcast. And I'm going to put her Twitter in chat as well, so you can check her out. We're going to be using her module and setting. So there's that. Whew. I think that being said, the time has come. Let us draw our cards for tonight's episode of Fate's End. coming back in now. Calm down. Everyone's just like,
Put the dice.
yes.
So hype.
Oh, did it go? Do it.
Go.
There we
Did it
go.
Oh, they're
I did.
charging their dice.
I got
They're
a 25 on a
charging
persuasion check,
As if that
There you
would
go, charge her.
help.
which means
might
that
need-
Lauren
It
has to just
does.
let us leave.
Wait, what?
I got a 25 on my persuasion, which means we can just walk out of here, right?
Oh yeah,
I
that
support
counts.
that.
That counts.
There you go.
First roll of the game. We're on fire already.
All
It
right.
happened on screen.
So let's get into our recap. I'm drinking from a new chalice that I found on my birthday trip, Gatlinburg. It's a ceramic wine mug. Wine glass. Wine
Chalice.
Chalice.
Yeah.
Goblet.
All right, little dove. Shall we begin?
I don't like that. I don't like that start.
Last session, a lot has happened. This is one of the longest recaps that I've ever written up. The group gathered themselves after finishing a tough fight with an Elder Oblex. They sent Hogarth and Sienna back to the vault foyer to report to the others. Luden used his ability to track glass-making tools, and that led them to the petrified body of the great Cassius. Upon finding his petrified body, they noticed him in an alarming state. He appeared to be dead, and also petrified, but dead was the more alarming. With a natural 20 from Finali, he was able to deduce that he was not only dead, but that his passing may have been the very reason for his petrification, just kind of putting all those puzzle pieces together. For preservation, it may have seemed. And that if he was dead, there was a chance for a revivify. He also noticed the metal cut and bent back near his chest, and that this may have been the cause of death. Finali also noticed that Cassius's armor was etched with various chronized markings, something very specific to Finali's family culture that is usually in the form of a tattoo. After sorting out a plan, the party returned to the vault entrance, leaving none the wiser of Cassius's existence. They informed one of the guards that they would join Caravis for a dinner party on the morrow. The group then returned to the Fuzzy Navel, took a long rest, and regrouped that morning to put their plan in motion. Luden asked Belgain a few questions, and some light was shed as to the plan that was already in motion, to which the party ended up deviating from. The party then split. Luden and Urimir were tasked with finding an escape. They noticed some of Adeline Solstice's men in the inn and made it a priority to find a way to join her crew. They spoke to one of them and met her first mate, Theus, a handsome, grizzled sailor with a strange interest with fishhooks. Urimir and Luden softened him and the crew up with drinks and gold, bait for a bribe. Theus accepted the bribe after informing the captain via sending stone. And Urimir and Luden were led back to the captain of the Arisalant. They were led down back to the Den of Honor, led through a home that harbored a great secret. Back through this house and down a secret passageway to a cavern cut out of the mountain itself. And to their surprise, they found the Arisalant. They weren't expecting to. They expected to find it in a harbor on the coast hundreds of miles away. But there it was. A grand airship, and the first of its kind. Meanwhile, Samson, Hesperis, Praeria, and Finali all went to Might's Enclave to retrieve wakers. Daniel, will you mind turning the air on while I finish this? It's getting a little toasty up here. Thank you. Love you! They entered the temple and were able to speak to one of the elders there. With Hesperis' success at suggestion, they were able to procure not 2, but 4 wakers. An odd bunch of individuals, each with a unique personality. They then made their way back to the vaults, meeting the guard captain. They began to raise suspicions, and Hesperis once more cast a suggestion and succeeded when they rolled a 2. Just as the group found Gregor, Lord Caravis's just as they finished suggesting this guard, they found that Gregor was making his way down the tunnel, as well as many other guards from House Goldlight. They had not seen the party at this point, but the 4 of them, Finali, Praeria, and Samson, now knew that Gregor and his men will be waiting, possibly, at the entrance when they return. Making their way back down to the breach tunnel, Praeria stood guard as Finali, Hesperis, Samson, and all 4 wakers made their way to the body of Cassius. Suspicions were raised by the wakers, but were quickly snuffed. The wakers realized 4 of them were not enough, as the slumbered appeared to be dead. And then Finali stepped up to the plate, placing himself at the center of this ritual. The ritual began intricate, beautiful, but not without flaw. The wakers panicked, as they were not able to recall his memories. But the ritual went on. As stone melted away to flesh, Finali became the final piece. The timing had to be just right. A persuasion check was made, and Cassius awoke from his long, long slumber and also breathed life once more. We return to that moment now. Hesperis, Finali, and Samson, you've all just witnessed Cassius take his first breath. Praeria, you have no idea what's going on down there. You're just keeping watch. As the last of him melts away from stone, there is this aftershock of magic, like an implosion almost. Boom! Just kind of pulses out. Praeria, this ring, you see this ring just pass through you from behind you, and you feel a slight rumbling underneath your feet. As you keep watch.
Good in there?
And you see it fade out from beyond the breached tunnel. And the magic just kind of begins to settle, like embers from a firework dissipating, falling down. You 3, see a man, no longer stone, tall with short curly black hair, skin between an almond and olive tone. One eye gold and the other eye half split down the center. Gold and moss green. Both now glow once more. The elaborate plate mail with the crone eyes etchings gives the illusion of being aflame in the torchlight. And his brow furrows and his eyes strain as if struggling to adjust. Blinking multiple times, his left leg shifts from his sitting position and props up as if beginning to attempt to stand, and his other hand holds itself out in front as if trying to shield himself from a bright light. I'll pause there.
Finlay's gonna step back a little bit because he's probably all up in there after he shoved the light into his chest. Cassius, are you with us? Are you alive?
As you speak, his hand immediately grabs at his hilt, and he pulls out his sword. Immediately, all of you see the chamber just illuminate with this blinding light. It just fills the space from the blade itself of this sword, and the light shoots outward as if to blind you all. You see the light bend and move as if it's alive, and it circles Cassius like the rings of Saturn. Parts of the light move up and around his face and his cheeks, and he begins to glance very quickly from the blade to all of you. Finelai and Hesperis, with your passive insight, it's very difficult to see his face, but when you see it at first, before the sword just blinds you all, you definitely gather he's like this disoriented, protective, panicked, kind of confused look in his face. The Wakers stumble backwards in absolute terror and press themselves as far as they can up against the walls. The sword's hilt is like, you can see like the sword's hilt is like dragonfly wings that just kind of span out and fan out at the sides. And at the center of the hilt, you see an orange-violet hued gem that glows brightly with the blade. The blade itself is etched all along the center, and it points outward like this. So like if I was holding it up like this, outward, and then like kind of goes back like that, but not quite as fat. It curves slightly inward and then comes back to a point at the end. And there is this pearlescent sheen to the blinding light. Praeria, in addition to the boom, you see a very bright light just begin to emit from the tunnel that you are guarding. And you hear like scuffling and just kind of like the from like the Wakers. And he speaks in commanding Celestial, his breath quickening. You see the Wakers again continue to back up in response to whatever he said in his Celestial. And they seem to understand what he is saying, but I believe none of you know Celestial.
No.
Does it seem like...
I'm sorry, that's absolutely hilarious.
Does it seem like the Wakers are stepping back does it feel like he said step back and they stepped back, or are they just freaked out?
What's your passive insight?
Probably not that good. 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does feel like that.
Okay, I'm gonna take a step back. I'd also like to do an Arcana check on that sword, and then that's all I want to do. I'm just staring. That's the entirety of my action, is staring and trying to take everything in. Do I feel like the sword is casting some kind of spell, or is it just...
Cool as hell? Yeah.
Yeah! Is it just a real flashy paladin sword? Do I feel like it's like detecting good and evil or something? I've spent a lot of time with clerics. Am I getting... clerical?
What are my vibes?
You're proficient in Arcana, right?
You can say that I don't know anything. I think that's totally fair.
I mean, it's pretty, like, just looking at it without rolling, definitely seems magical.
Yeah.
Definitely seems like a not normal iron sword that's been forged.
Okay.
He kind of like, he begins kind of standing up against the wall and kind of like taking a moment as he definitely seems disoriented. And hearing that Finelai spoke in the common tongue, he will say again, but in common this time, I demand recoil.
What? You're all right, Cassius. We're not enemies. We're friends. What's recoil?
Who, just stand back. I do not know you.
I mean, it's fine. I know you don't know us, but we know you. Or we know of you.
How do you know my name?
Well, who doesn't know your name? You're kind of famous in this world.
He just kind of like looks down for a moment, like as he's trying to chew on what you've just said.
You're Lady Vera's champion.
He continues to hold his blade up as you speak, and he listens, but he doesn't move.
Samson, didn't you meet him? Come over here and maybe he'll recognize you.
Have I met Cassius before?
Didn't you?
You like enter his mind palace?
You know what? I did. I did. I show myself. And like, does he recognize me?
This man in my life.
Does he recognize me?
Those are the same people.
I just step up and I'm like, oh yeah, hey Cassius, we met at the cabin where you were making wine bottles and all the things. You remember me?
He doesn't seem to know anything that you're talking about.
Okay. I'm gonna as I go up there and I get closer to him, I'm gonna try and do it happily.
Are you approaching him like, hey, I'm your guy? Like,
Yeah. Hey, you remember me? And then I'm gonna smile. I have this, I'm gonna use the Fey Presence, which is a feature that I have. It only lasts for like one turn, but all it does is it's a charm effect, and I want to see if I can get him to like me. He needs to make a Wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
Are you casting a spell on Cassius, or is it just like you're just so?
It's just like I'm really pretty.
Okay.
I'm really pretty, and I'm
Samson
a
takes
Fey
off his
creature.
shirt.
That's why he didn't recognize it. Because I'm pretty
maybe
sure
you'll
Samson
remember
was
him
shirtless
now.
the last time.
That's
right?
true.
That's why I didn't recognize it.
Samson takes off his shirt, and Cassius is go.
Those biceps.
I remember those abs.
That's a dirty
Let's
20.
forget.
I recognize that chest anywhere.
Except here, I guess.
With a dirty 20 that saves, nothing happens. It just he's immune to my sexy abs.
He kind of like takes his sword and just kind of like as if pointing to all of you. Again, it's very, very bright in here, and it's like staring at the sun almost. And he goes, "One of you," and he points to Samson, Hesperis, and Finlay. "I ask you to submit yourself to truth willingly so that I may find resolve in this chaos."
We'll answer anything you need to know.
I'm sure we would all be completely willing to be honest with you.
Well, he's asking
Yep.
for one. So which one of you would like to step forward?
Finlay,
I push Ben forward.
Okay, well,
It's like I'm not good at telling the truth. I push Ben
I
forward.
am.
Spin, go.
You, Finlay, as you kind of like Samson pushes you and you stumble forward a little bit. You see Cassius take this blinding sword and jam it into the ground with a loud crack. Praeria, you hear this and you feel the subtle vibration in the ground below your feet from the impact.
She's not having a good time out here. Like she's got her staff out. She's like looking from one end of the corner to the other one. Like, do I need to stay out here?
Do I need to
Are
go
they
in?
good in there? Like, she doesn't hear screaming yet, so she's gonna stay. But like,
He speaks a few words and the blade moves along the ground by itself until a circle is formed. And the circle pulses with radiant light. And when it is complete, Cassius pulls the blade from the ground and looks at you, Finlay, and gestures for you to step forward within the circle.
I step forward.
You are now subject to Zone of Truth, and you cannot lie. Who are you all?
We're a group who traveled here from Lacambria, and we came to find you.
You knew where I was, and you know what this place is.
We know what this place is, and yes, we did end up finding where you were. And that's why we're here, to wake you up. We didn't expect to find you dead, but, well, you're not dead anymore, thankfully.
He looks down at his, like, peeled back breastplate chest, and, like, as he didn't realize he was, you can definitely tell he didn't realize he was dead. Not that he realized he was asleep either. And he looks up and you came to wake me, and I was dead. Like he's kind of like repeating it in his head as if he's trying to make sense of what is happening. And you get the sense let me see, like he looks back up. Again, throughout this entire process, he looks very confused and disoriented. And he says, Why do you come to seek me? What do you want from me?
Well, it's a really long story, but we found your soul in a jar, in a vial. It was trapped there. And Samson over there, he traveled through the vial to talk to you. And apparently you were blowing glass or something. I don't know. And you were stuck on this, in this house. And, well, we're here to find you because we're the ones who are trying to end the 5th season. I'm not sure you know what that is, but you probably know what that is, don't you?
Before he answers, he asks you one more question. You're not here to harm me or take advantage of me in any way.
No, of course not. We're not.
He immediately stows his blade and just the light immediately leaves the room. And if you've ever walked from like a completely brightly lit room into completely like a much, much darker room, it's like you can't see anything. And that is the experience that you guys are all like feeling. You're all kind of like almost afraid that he might like leave the room and you wouldn't know.
Can I get a bead on, after Finn and I mentioned we're here to stop the 5th season, on the Wakers? Are they just generally confused?
Oh, the Wakers are... the Wakers are just, like, wide-eyed, like, looking from you to Finn to Cassius to Samson, and they're just they're slowly, like, huddling closer to one another, as if to, like, protect themselves from whatever madness is yeah, like, they're, like, slowly, like, shifting closer to one another, like animals, you know, moving together to bond for warmth, almost, you know.
Yeah, I'm going to, because this is a Samson and Finalai. This is a... They got this. I'm gonna move to the Wakers and put a hand on one of their shoulders and just, you know, what you would do with a startled horse, just make some soft noises, try to keep them calm while this happens. Yeah.
Like the one that's very afraid of death and everything jumps at your touch and he's just like, and he's just kind of like muttering to himself like, this is where it starts, this is where death starts. The 5th season, the death, everything. What is it? What is a 5th season? There's only 4. These people are insane. There's only 4 seasons.
That's all I want to do.
And you attempt to. We'll come back to that in a second. We'll do a couple persuasion rolls for you. He stows his weapon, and he looks at you all, and he says, I apologize. I will be honest with you all, as you have clearly been honest with me. I do not know anything you are speaking of. I don't remember anything. I don't know where I came from. I don't know where I was born. How long have I even been asleep? I have no idea what. I'm sorry. I'm very overwhelmed right now.
Why don't you take a moment to sit down for a moment? I guess you're kind of already sitting down a little bit, but
he's leaning up against the wall. He actually got up, but he was kind of like leaning up against the wall.
Okay. And it's okay. We will take the time you need, right? To just make sure you come back to the present. Or the present which is now, which was not your present before. What's the last thing you do remember? Can you tell us that?
He kind of just like blinks a couple times, shaking his head, and he looks up at you and he says, "Do you know the nights when you sleep, but you do not dream? And it is nothing but darkness. And your thoughts are racing, and you think things. That is all I remember. The darkness of the dream."
I see. All right. Okay.
Do you remember your name?
That is the one thing that I am certain of. I do know my name. He kind of, as you guys talk to him, he kind of looks down at the sword on his hilt from time to time.
Go ahead.
Do you remember where you got that sword that you carry? You seem to handle it really well, like it's second nature to pull it out.
Do I know what it is? I have that follow-up question. I'm proficient in history and arcana.
Me too.
You sure do.
I do.
It's from the Feywild.
Cool. What is it?
Crap, I haven't given it a name yet. Let's see. It is
familiar to me, and I would ask Samir about it later.
I would call it the Dawn of the Feywild.
Cool. Badass name.
That's the one thing I pride myself on is naming.
Great name.
Does the memory loss that Cassius seems to have, does it seem consistent with, I think I got like a 24 or something on the Oblex. Does it seem consistent with the effects of a long-term feeding by an Oblex? Do I feel like this is like, yeah, this kind of thing happens if you've been fed on for a long time?
You got a 24, you said?
I think it was last session. I got a high roll on knowing a lot about the Oblex and the effect of the Oblex.
You're right. I would say that would count here.
Okay.
That you know what the short-term effects of the Oblex. You gather that this is the result of being exposed to this creature for thousands of years. Like, it's just been slowly eating away his memories, and over time...
Do I feel like it'll take more than a short rest to get his memories back?
More along the lines of a greater restoration.
Okay. Thank you. I will keep that to myself in this moment because I don't know if it would be helpful.
Did you ask me a question, Dan? Is there any question on the table that we were in the middle of?
I did say, I think I said something along the lines of, like, you seem to handle the sword really well, like, you seem comfortable and familiar with it, like, you don't remember anything about that? I think that was the question, basically.
He looks back up at you, and he says, I don't know how I came to procure this weapon, but it seems to know me.
I see.
Anyone with a Arcana proficiency may roll if you'd like to kind of interpret what he is saying here.
That's 12. Alright. That tracks, yeah.
Daniel.
Oh, natural 20.
Well,
I know everything.
Well, Daniel, you would know. You would definitely know a lot about this weapon. You know that the Dawn of the Feywild blade is sentient. And when he says that it knows him, you're gathering that upon his wake, it's probably speaking to him. And that's why he keeps glancing down at his side.
Okay.
We should probably fill you in while we go back up, Cassius, because, I mean, you can't stay down here forever, right?
I surely would like to leave, yes. How long did you say I was sleeping?
A really, really, really long time. Like, at least a few centuries.
His eyes go wide. And he, like, you're still in the zone of truth. He kind of looks down to, like, as if to make sure that, the circle is actually, like, he did it right. And he just kind of stumbles back and kind of, like, puts his hand on his head and rubs his temples, and there is just a look of just so much disorientation and like almost like this disheartening, like, what am I gonna do? Like, I don't remember anything. I don't know where I am. I've been asleep for thousands of years. Like, there's this almost like a tinge of hopelessness in him. To feel so utterly alone.
Petition to hug Cassius.
It is appropriate for me to speak, Cassius. I have some theory of what is happening to you and what might be done to help you in this situation. I do not know exactly the circumstances of your petrification. There, of course, theories on this too, but nothing so set. There has been a... Are you familiar with an oblex?
He shakes his head no. Like, feel like... Almost like a look of, like, I'm useless.
No. It's very... It's esoteric. It's totally... essentially, it is a kind of creature that feed on your thoughts and your memories, and normally even a short exposure to one can have you lose memories for days, and it takes much rest to regain these things. And if my belief is true, then it has been as finalized as centuries of this feeding. I would, from my academic experience, I would think that you could expect to regain memories over time. This is not permanent, but that is my belief as to what is happening to you now.
This, as you tell him this just wash of relief just kind of comes over his face, and like, the room seems lighter. He feels like there's hope now as to where there wasn't before. And he looks at you all and he says, I don't know who any of you are. And I suppose I can't thank you enough for risking yourselves to find me and bring me back. How you were even able to find me after all this time is... you can imagine I have so many questions. But thank you for what it's worth, for... I don't know how... I don't know who Vera is, and I don't know what it means to be Vera's champion. Somebody clearly put a lot of effort into separating me from my soul and killing me and, I suppose, putting me to sleep. I'm sure you all have a much firmer grasp on all those things than I do.
Tentatively, yes. We have more information that, of course, we will share with you, but not a huge amount of information that I know of. I will say the particular situation we are in now is on the tenuous side. We have friends waiting for us outside. We might want to start moving. I'm looking at, like, eye contact with Finlay and Samson as I say this, because... Yep.
He will say thank you once more, and he will go to shake your hand as you are the closest to him, Finlay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I'm Finn Nalai, or you can call me Finn. You can call me Finn. It's nice to meet you, Mr. Cassius. Finally.
Finn, as you touch Cassius, what are you thinking right now?
Oh my gosh, like... a ton of things. Well, first and foremost, oh my gosh, this is like the hero of all the stories that he's heard of, like, growing up. But also, oh my gosh, she doesn't remember who Lady Vera is. This is a real big problem. Or it could be a big problem. You know, there's a lot of, like, things like that going through his head. There's, like, how can you lose connection with your god? How can you not remember who she is when he was under the impression they had such a strong connection to each other? So something huge happened to him.
You feel emotion completely fill you from head to toe, and it's overwhelming, and you realize that these emotions are not your own. You sense fear at first, confusion, panic, frustration. You hear in your head, I think these are good people. I think they know how to help me. There's a reason I was put to sleep, and there's a reason that I was brought back.
So Finn goes to, like, almost, he almost goes to jerk away because he's so startled by that, like, flood of emotion and those thoughts randomly pop into his head, but then he kind of just, like, stops himself and he's just, like, staring at Cassius, like...
At the same moment, Cassius's brow furrows as well, and he, like, looks at you and, like, stops shaking your hand and then slowly lets go and just kind of leans back a little bit.
Right. Well, that's Samson. Say hi, Samson.
Hi.
And we should probably start moving as we talk to you. And yeah, so he's gonna, like, take a step away from Cassius as they walk.
I'm a cast message on Praeria as we're gathering to leave and go, alright, so Cassius is awake, he's very confused, we're on our way up, everything is relatively okay.
We'll go back to there are a lot of moving pieces here. Hesperis, let's make a couple persuasion checks on those Wakers.
Okay, yes. I have advantage on all persuasion checks. I got a dirty 20. How many do I need to do?
Just do 3.
Okay, so I got a dirty 20. I got a 12 somehow.
Okay. This is a deciding one.
A 13. Jeez Louise. I have a +8 and advantage on all persuasion checks.
Well, you got 1 success. As you're kind of like calming them, they just kind of look to one another, and you can hear them kind of whispering like, "So is this 5th season? What exactly is it? And what do they need this Cassius for? Who is?" They said his name was Cassius. You don't think? No, there's no way. You think? Well, do you think Lord Caravis is that? Lord Caravis, that's why it's covert. They're bringing him down here, and like they're just kind of like talking amongst themselves with this like spitball of theorizing, like what the heck is happening? Like, do you think this? Do you think that? Like, why is this happening? Like, you know, just a spitball as red threads that they're trying to connect everything together. And then we're gonna move over to Praeria.
Are there limitations on how I can respond here?
Let me double check. It's a cantrip, so you probably can't talk for a super long time.
So,
well, no. It's whisper a message to the target, and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only I can hear. It doesn't say anything about length.
Before you respond, Praeria. Before you respond.
Yep.
Because I'm gonna let you respond. But as you have been out there, while all of that has been happening, and you've been patiently guarding, you begin to hear footsteps.
Of course I do.
Coming down the tunnel ahead, and can see the soft glowing light from torches. Multiple footsteps are approaching. And as you hear this, you hear Hesperis. Hey, is it? So Cassius is awake.
Shrill. Oh my god. People are coming. Don't know how many. Oh my god, okay. Well, I had a plan and now things are different.
What are you saying? Praeria?
Okay, okay, I told her people are coming. I don't know how many. Cover Cassius.
Cover him with a sheet so nobody can see.
Okay, thank you for letting me know. I will, I'll message you in just a moment. Okay, thank you so much.
Alright, what are you guys doing? You have moments. What are you doing? What's happening?
So I let everybody know what it just told me. Samson, are you able to, make him...
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's going on?
There are people coming. As Praeria said, there are people coming down and we need to...
But what about them? He's gonna point towards the Wakers.
The Wakers are just like...
And...
I'm gonna walk up to Cassius and Thenali, and I'm gonna whisper to Cassius, and I'm gonna tell him very quickly, like, okay, Cassius, it's very important. There are some people, and for the good of the world, you're still on the side of good of the world, right? You know that much about yourself?
That is an innate feeling that I don't think I can shake.
Good. We knew that about you. And I put hands on Cassius and Finn, and I'm going to cast invisibility on both of them. And I'm going to say, for the time being, we need to get you out of here because there's very much that needs to happen. And I just cast on both of them.
Okay, you all see, you see, or I guess Hesperis, since Praeria is still out in the tunnel, Hesperis, you see Samson walk over and just kind of like, he puts his hands on Finn and Cassius, and they just, like rippling water, just, and then they're gone.
I'm gonna run my hands down each of their shoulders, grab them both by the hand, and then touch their hands together.
Perfect.
And I'll say, Finn, get him out of here. And then I turn and go find with Hesperis.
You sense all of Cassius's emotions, Finn. Once more.
Thanks, Samson. All right, we can do this, Cassius. All right. Sorry. Wait, okay. Yeah, let's go. And he's gonna start walking towards me.
I turned to Samson. Can't Finn and I do the thing where they speak exclusively in the mind?
You know what? I think we should just let Finn do him, you know?
Okay, yeah.
Let Finn do him, they'll figure this out.
Right.
Alright, Prioria, what are you doing? While all this is happening. There's a lot of moving pieces. What are you doing now?
Okay, so Prioria has slipped into a shadow along the wall of the corridor that she's in.
You're gonna try to slip into the corridor, back into the breach, down the tunnel where everyone is.
Where am I now? So I'm just gonna get in a dark space near me.
You can get in the tunnel. There is a tunnel down into the breach, and then there's the main tunnel. But there's no big boulder to hide behind.
Cool. So I guess she'll go in the tunnel, and she will cast disguise self on herself.
All right. What do you look like? What are you disguising yourself as?
Prioria is going to try and match the vision of Cassius as closely as she can from what she saw when her and Samson went to his mind palace or whatever.
Okay, you're shirtless and your staff turns into a glass blowing rod, and you have your calf high boots and pants that kind of wrap around with buckles, but you are shirtless and sweaty and have a glass blower rod, and you are the vision of Cassius.
I love that, the sweatiness.
All right, and you're
can I still have my cloak?
How does the spell read?
It says that I can seem 1 foot shorter or taller and can appear thin, fat, or in between. I can't change the configuration of my body, otherwise the extent of the illusion is up to me.
Okay, so maybe you don't look exactly like Cassius.
She looks exactly like Cassius, but with a cloak on.
Yeah.
Yes. Just in case, just to cover if she maybe misremembered something. And she's just gonna hide and wait.
You're gonna try, make a stealth check.
Alright, sweet.
Hesperis, should we head into the chamber with the obelisk where that fight was, so that we maybe pull the Wakers with us over there?
Yeah, we're supposed to be here. We're supposed to be there.
Yeah, we are supposed to be there. All of you, follow us. Let's go.
Thank you so much. Come on. Thank you so much.
And then, come on. And then we lead them.
The Wakers are just at this point, they look at you and we're nicely ransomed people now. they're nice people, but we're apparently we're prisoners. So they look terrified and they're just okay.
You've done a truly admirable job. Really, the things you've done are fantastic. Now, the next thing we need you to do is to come over here.
And they shuffle. They shuffle over there.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Terrified.
We're gonna look at the.
Like a herd of penguins just moving their way over.
Yeah, we no, but you can't be like that. We need you to look at this obelisk and see how you feel about it and what kind of effects it might have had on the older statues here. Come on, let's go. And then we lead them to the other room.
Okay. Yeah. And they move over.
28 on the stealth.
28. You get a plus 10? Do you really get a plus 10? I guess
she's a rogue.
Expertise.
That's true. You hide in the shadows of the tunnel, and they do not realize that you are there. All right, you guys, the other of you shuffle over to the main chamber where the obelisk was. Okay. And Hesperis and Samson, you're both going together?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Finali.
All right, Cassius and I are going to try and sneak out of the vaults, past the guards.
All right.
Is the idea.
Go ahead.
I believe that Hesperis and I and the Wakers are making a lot of noise.
Yeah, I'm having a discussion with the Wakers loudly.
Okay.
I am so sorry. I did not. When we brought you down here, I did not realize that there would still be, any negative effects to you. Your mind seems quite muddled. Are you all right?
Which one are you speaking to?
I'll speak to the nervous one. Gaslight.
That's gaslight.
What? What do you mean?
Can you tell me? Oh, no, it's okay. Can you tell me the last thing you remember?
We came into this chamber to look at this red goo on the floor.
Yes, that's good. You were saying some strange things, but yes, that's what you're here for. Thank you so much. Is everyone feeling okay?
Was I saying? Donald looks at him like, I don't know, man. I don't think you were saying strange. I mean, you always say weird things about like death and stuff, but like other than that, no. I don't remember you saying anything else.
You believe you are all still... I know this has been a trying period of time for you all. You all still feel fit to do the job we brought you down here for, yeah? Just to help us investigate, make sure nothing was damaged in terms of the statues down here by the Oblex.
You asked us to wake that guy.
What?
Can you... Which guy?
They all look at each other like... The statue guy that was dead.
Oh no.
Yeah, maybe it was not right to bring them down here this soon. There are... I should have known better. I am so sorry. If you were having, the muddle of the mind.
I start going over to all. If the people come down or close, I'm gonna start going over to all of their arms and write arrows on the left, on all of their arms.
Okay. Make. I need Samson and Hesperis to make. Is this deception or performance?
Persuasion. That's the only one I'm proficient in.
This is a pretty elaborate deception. I'm gonna say this is deception.
Okay.
This is a pretty elaborate deception scheme.
Well, I rolled a 15.
I rolled a 19.
I'll say 3 of them are pretty convinced that their minds are getting a little lost down here. But one of them, and you don't know which one, is not buying it.
Okay. Are we creating enough conversation to make things easier for Finali and Cassius?
We're gonna go back to them right now and see. So, Cassius and Finali, you begin moving up the tunnel. You bump into Praeria as you're kind of moving past, and Praeria, something bumps into you, but you don't see anything.
Right, my favorite thing, things I cannot see.
Quick, Cassius, come on, let's go!
And as you're moving through the tunnel, Praeria, you can see from your angle approaching, looks to be 8 guards. And now I need Cassius and Finn to make stealth checks. With advantage, because you guys are invisible. Well, actually it would be a regular roll for Cassius because he is wearing plate armor.
Are we providing enough of loud conversation to give him advantage?
We're making a lot of noise.
I'll say that I'll say that lowers the DC. That'll lower the DC.
Great.
Which you're fine with anyways.
12! My whispering apparently goes away.
It's like, oh my god.
Alright.
They're coming.
Finali, you begin to move and you walk up, and it's very terrifying to walk up into a tunnel and see a slew of people that you know you're not supposed to be seen by. Just to be in that space, regardless of being invisible, it would be like standing in the room of like with any monster. And just there's this well up of fear and anxiety that just kind of builds up in your chest, and they're kind of walking. You see them. They're not wearing white and gold. You do notice that, but they're wearing the kind of regular garb that you saw throughout the city, just the regular garb. And they begin kind of like passing through, and you're moving. And you just kind of like put your hand against the wall, and some of the rocks kind of trickle and fall. And one of them turns and like is literally this close to your face, and you hold your breath. And the nose kind of moves forward and just almost brushes up against your own. And Cassius just kind of like pulls your arm up and back as if to kind of like you're frozen. You are frozen with fear, and this is it. They're gonna find you. They're gonna know that you're here. And you stand there, and Cassius just kind of like almost to help you, to bring you back. He kind of grabs your arm because, not that you know it, he can feel everything that you're feeling right now. And he pulls you back slightly as the dwarf just kind of moves, looking and taking his torch. You can feel the heat of the torch against your cheek. And then all at once just kind of like moves back and continues down towards the breached tunnel. I can hear heavy breathing over there. One by one, they move. They move past, as the other dwarf say, "I hear something over there," referring to Hesperis and Samson talking down in the tunnel. Prior, are you moving? This tunnel is narrow. If you stay where you are, they will eventually run into you.
Then I guess I'm moving.
Are you moving back? There's a lot of them. So even though this tunnel is maybe 10 feet wide-ish, with 8 dwarves coming down into the tunnel, they're gonna see you. They all have torches.
Yeah. Shrill. All right, I'm moving back toward where everybody is, or at least where I know everyone to be.
Okay, make another stealth check as you move.
Yes, see here. This is where one of the simulacrums went down. You can come look at this.
Exactly. It was a very dangerous endeavor. We just want to make sure there are nothing left over that might prove a further danger, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Samson, you can see, I know I'm wearing the dwarvish clothes. You can see just like under the blouse, you can see something twitching slightly on Hesperis' back, and you have the idea her wings are just like, pff, pff, danger incoming. She's keeping him down.
All right.
I need to say it was another 28, so.
28, very nice. You moving like velvet across the sand. You step back down into the chamber. You don't see you don't see Samson and Hesperis and the rest of them where Cassius was resurrected, as you thought they might be, but I'm guessing you follow the noise over to where they are.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't notice you come in because you're stealthy AF. Are you going to try to find a dark corner to hide in somewhere here? Or are you going to reveal yourself to them as you walk in?
As Cassius.
Okay, I'm gonna keep the hood down over myself and reveal myself.
You reveal yourself. The rest of you see what looks like Cassius, and that might be a little alarming for some of you.
Oh!
And we'll stop for there as we'll go back to the dwarves. Yeah, we don't have time for that. Sorry, they're like right behind her.
I will, as this Cassius.
Let's place ourselves real quick as things might happen here.
I just want to know what's I feel like I need to know what's happening with Luden and Urimir right now.
Oh, so you can think
yeah, the shopping party.
Yeah. There's nothing bad's happening over here.
So you can have time to think through what the hell you're gonna do and why Cassius is in here.
I mean, if you put the map up first, that's fine too, I guess.
We'll take Finlay off the map. I didn't know Finlay wouldn't be here. We can go to the other party for a second.
Just for a minute.
I mean, it has been a minute.
Doing?
What are they doing, those crazy rapscallions?
This is going so well.
We will go ahead. I don't know. The action's rolling so nicely here. Urimir and Luden, do you want to switch over to y'all?
Yes.
To give them a moment to think through what the hell they're gonna do.
Yeah, we're just following step one. That's all. I mean, rule one: everybody has to come back alive. That's all that matters.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, oh, that was just a joke. We're not switching over.
Oh, all right. Good luck, guys.
I was alright.
I was already muted. What?
Bye, guys. See you later.
They've got Lord. Whip your
I'm just
soft DM
joking.
hard.
I'm just joking.
When did the joke sit?
Let me redeem luck in the chat real quick.
That's not. That's not this. We'll go back to here.
Wrong game.
If only.
Oh.
So, while Finlay and Cassius continue to sneak out of the caves, and Hesperis, Samson, and Praeria, or at least they think it's Cassius, as Praeria reveals herself.
He's wearing completely different clothes, though, right?
He is, but it still looks like Cassius. So there's a lot that you could think through there. Cassius is not a weak individual, but I will let you guys ponder your reactions and how you're gonna handle that as we switch back over to Luden and Urimir. Now, Luden and Urimir, you just saw this massive airship. You walked out of that secret tunnel from that house, and you look upon this just massive airship. And Addie is just kind of leaning against the mast, looking at you all as you approach.
Oh. Luden's just speechless. Couldn't even think about something like this even existing, let alone it being real.
I've never seen anything so magnificent.
Oop, wrong one.
Yeah. We have to go. We have to go. They're depending on us. We need to go. And Luden's gonna go ahead and start shaking it out and start to walk up to Addie.
Yeah, Urimir doesn't shake it out. He's still completely stunned.
He's just still standing there.
Well, he'll walk up to Addie, but he not for the same reason that Luden is. He approaches Addie. He goes, Captain, who built this marvel?
I'm sure you'll meet him. His name is Gromit, but we like to refer to him as Grom. She just kind of swings from the mast and jumps from the edge back onto the deck or the ground where you all are.
thank you for allowing us passage on your ship. And Lude is still just trying to collect his thoughts with everything that's going on, and he goes, there is one thing that we did not mention to Theus about...
She kind of smiles as soon as you say that, and she goes, that's true, I didn't receive a response. Such a rush, Luden. So tell me, is it legal?
I can say that there are no laws written that prohibit what we are doing right now.
She just kind of like... she just kind of laughs at like such a lawful answer. She just kind of like laughs as if like she may have expected something else, but like in some way she's like, yeah, that sounds about right.
There are. But that being beside the point, we did not mention that. So, our group is going to retrieve someone, and it's not just going to be the Firefly from Hell's group, but it's the Firefly from Hell's group +1. And this +1 is the reason that we are going to have to, or we are hoping we can expedite our trip. I did want to make sure that you knew that up front.
Yes, he's a very important person, and discretion would be highly advised.
And
so we are smuggling someone?
Yes.
In a sense, yes. But
oh,
the
that's
weird
exactly
part...
what it sounds like. Let's just call it what it is.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. But now that we know that you have this marvel, I do think that we need to go back and we need to be prepared to get our people. Where they are at the vaults. And to be frank, we have woken someone. Or I can only pray that they have woken him. We have no idea what's going on down there.
And who did you wake? Was it a criminal? I'm guessing that you woke someone from the criminal district versus the more elaborate puffery and rich.
No.
No.
So it's a great time to go ahead and be honest, considering that we're on a time schedule. And he looks over at Urimir and he just goes, "Look, he's gonna be here soon anyway."
Well, then she can meet him when he arrives.
Fine.
Addie, can I call you Addie?
I suppose if you're becoming a crew member, as I was told from Theus.
Of course. Captain,
Yes.
then. Yes.
She was gonna say like yes to Addie, but like she wasn't even insinuating you call her captain. But as you say that, she kind of like smiles, like this big smile.
Again, I can't stress enough the discretion that this job requires. I can assure you he's not a criminal. But he is very important to us, and we need you to trust us.
Well, seeing as you will help me with this mysterious storm, becoming a part of our crew, I see that as an even trade. And you've been so, as Theus has told me, so very generous with gold and alcohol. And a happy crew. That's a plus in my book.
He will take one of those barrels that he got from the Fuzzy Navel, filled with Fuzzy Navel, and he will hand it over to Addie, and he goes like, "I'm so happy we're in agreement."
She will take it and just kind of like smell the oak a little bit to see as what you have given her. And she'll just kind of smile and she'll hand it off to one of her crewmates who takes it and begins to take it up onto the ship. She goes, we have an accord then. Now, we won't be leaving quite just yet. Discretion, Urimir, is achievable, and we will be discreet. Just as I hope you will be discreet about our ship and the location to where we dock. It is not quite, it's very new, and we aren't ready to introduce her to the world yet. And she kind of gestures to the Aerosalant. Like I said, I have my friend that does business here is Gron. He is the shipwright, and we plan to enjoy the city a little longer, but we have been persuaded to leave. But we cannot leave until he finishes up his business here. I'm sure you understand. It is a lifelong achievement for him, and I would hate to tarnish that. However, we can harbor you here, if you would like. We can harbor you and your friends here before we depart. You can leave the Fuzzy Navel and stay here on the vessel, if you wish.
We do wish.
Yes, that would be best. Thank you.
We need to go back. We need to retrieve our pig.
She raises her eyebrows at that.
Like, I believe you. Oh, you weren't able to meet him when we.
No, he
met.
He wasn't at the Den of Honor, and he was not at at the
With
spa.
us
He
at
was
my
at the
pit.
spa, but he wasn't with you at the spa. So she just kind of raises her eyebrows, and she's like, your pig. Is that what you said? Did I hear that right?
Yes. One of the beauties of being with this party is that you become an animal lover as a rite of passage.
Oh.
Yes. He's very well behaved, and
She just kind of like smiles and laughs a little bit at the remarks of a well-behaved pig.
yes, he's very, very well behaved. As long as he is fed, he is happy and amenable. And we will definitely take care of all of that.
Well, you are in luck. I happen to appreciate the companionship of animals as well. I have a few. They are special to me as well. I'm very eager to meet this pig of yours.
And we also have... Is Volpa a fox?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
And we also have a small fox. And one more question. Is Volpa still at the inn, or did Volpa go down with the squad?
I think she's at the inn.
Okay,
I think Volpa's probably sleeping in the Vardo. That'd be my guess.
Perfect. And we also have a small fox.
At the mention of a fox, she kind of raises her eyebrows and this big grin just comes across her face. And she goes, "Is that so? Well, how about that?" And she like whistles really loudly, and you see just kind of, Luden, you would see. Urimir wouldn't see quite yet, but you see this head pop up at the tall mast in the center, this small head, and just kind of like you see this creature walk into what looks like a mess, like a bucket, and like grab a rope with its teeth and just kind of coming down in this bucket from the mast and hits the lower deck and just kind of like prances up onto the side of the ship where Addie was standing near the mast, and you see this snow fox. Snow white snow fox.
Wow.
Arctic fox. I sound like an idiot.
It's fantasy world. That's what it's all about.
You see this bright white fox, and as it gets down to like its legs on the feet, it's like black. This dark black fades to black. And it just like pops its head up and it looks curiously at Addie.
Interesting. Luden would go, "Well, I hope your companion is a lot more friendly than our fox." Yes. But that all being said, I do know that we will be... That all being said, I do know that we might be coming in very, very quickly. And I have no idea the situation of how fast or what is going on down at the vaults. I just know we need to get back down there quickly. But at the same time, we also want to bring the Vardo back. So it's so much that we have to do in such a little bit of time. So please forgive us if we have to leave immediately. Just us two, that is. To go retrieve the rest of the team.
You mean leaving right now to go do whatever it is you need to do?
Yes, no laws against it.
Of course. I will have a crew member stay in the house to which you entered. We cannot teach you the code to enter, so I hope you understand.
Oh, completely.
But I will have someone wait within the house for you, assuming you do return and you need entrance once more. They will know of your arrival and expect you.
Thank you. And I guess the last thing I need to say is I do need to be a little bit lighter to run faster, and he's going to give her the second casket of fuzzy navel that they bought, because he bought two.
You just walked in like a guy with two Yetis under, igloo, or whatever, ice chests
coolers?
Under his coolers.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Under his arms, just kind of wobbling side to side, and she will have a crew member take that and take it up the gangplank onto the ship as it just kind of sways within the icy wind.
And Luden's gonna tap Urimir and go "Let's go."
Oh, Urimir kind of he's been staring at the ship the whole time, and as you tap him, he kind of snaps him out of his daze. He goes, yes, right, things to do and whatnot.
Yes.
Addie just kind of smiles at you knowingly, and she says, "I promise you'll have plenty of time to speak with Grom on our voyage. Plenty."
Looking forward to it.
So Luden is actually going to be in a jogging pace at this point. Now that they have an idea of where they're going, they have
power
secured.
Walking? Are you power walking? Or are you actually?
He is definitely. Them hips are swaying.
Being one of the Bouthlier boys back in the Cambria is doing mall walks every Sunday.
Yeah, he's hoping that Urimir's keeping up, but he knows that we have a lot to do very quickly. And hopefully we need to be down there by the time they come out. And has no idea what's going on down there, so... It's freaking out silently on the inside.
All right. So you walk out of the house back into the little, neighborhood where, right across from the Den of Honor, and you have some time alone there if you need to speak to one another.
So...
We did our job. Or the first part.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so proud of myself right now.
I'm proud of you too, Luden.
Yeah. We actually. Oh. Okay. Next step.
Slow down, breathe.
He'll stop for a second, but
a bit deeper. This is fine. We need to go back to the Fuzzy Navel, collect all of our things.
Okay.
Because I don't think we'll have time to once the others come out of the vault.
Yes, are we taking the Vardo down with us to the vaults to pick them up? Or how are we supposed to get the Vardo out? And the Vardo's too big to go through that door anyway, so I think we need to leave it.
Well, it's quite conspicuous.
Yeah.
Leave it with Addie?
No, we can't take it with us. It can't fit through a door. It's a house, Urimir.
Yeah, but...
What?
All of our things are on there.
Well, how do you suggest we transport it through a house, Urimir?
Okay, it's like a tiny home.
Like a tiny home.
It's more like a tiny home, like a 14-foot tiny home.
The photo is 15 feet. This is 14 feet.
Mm-hmm.
You are good at math, I assume.
Yes.
Yes.
We could make it smaller.
Get real, Urimir. We need to go. Like, no time to kid around. And he's gonna go ahead and start going ahead and walking a little bit as he's still talking to Urimir.
Well, then what is the plan?
Leave the Vardo, pick up Volpa and our friend Stunk, go down to the vaults and wait for them to come out.
And when they come out, then what do we do?
We lead them correct direction to where we need to go. Samson said he's gonna make him invisible. I assume that they've done their job.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I would rather be there with them to make sure that we can, get out just in case something bad does happen, so that we can show them the way. There's a big issue if they come out and we are not there.
You're right. Okay. You go get
Stunk and
Snog and Vopa. I'll go collect things from the Vardo. And we'll meet at the entrance of the vaults?
No, we're going to the same place. The vaults are at the Fuzzy Navel. Snog and Volpa. Volpa's inside of the Vardo.
Right. Okay, well then, let's go.
Let's go. And then start the power walking back up. So head into the Fuzzy Navel. If he ever bumps into anybody on accident, he'll just be like, Glory to the strong, and keep going.
Glory to the strong. You guys continue over to the Fuzzy Navel, gradually bumping into other dwarves passing by from every now and then. Glory to the strong, and you make your way to the Fuzzy Navel. You walk inside, and you head back to the rooms. You see Volpa curled up on the bed that Samson was sleeping on, and Snonk is just kind of like sitting there on the floor, looking up at Volpa.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Speak with Animals, and I'm gonna look at both of them and go like, "All right, time to go."
Snonk needs berries from Berryman. It's been long time.
I gave you berries last
from
night.
Berryman.
I gave you berries last night, Snonk.
Snonk want food.
Snonk is want food. Okay. Snonk, I can't give you berries at this moment right now because I don't know how bad I'm going to need the spell slots a little later, but I can give them to you later after we get to where we're going.
Snonk, sit.
How big
Volpa
is
just
Snonk?
kind of like she kind of like looks up, like you guys all woke her up from her sleep, and she kind of stands up and she looks down, and then she looks at you. She goes, "Just give. Make easy."
I hate that this fox is so smart. So he's got... God, thank you, Snonk. He's gonna cast Good Berry. Use one of these stupid spell slots. And he's gonna be like, you get one for right now. One. Get the rest when you come where we're going. And throw it at Snonk.
Snonk eats it greedily. He spits his little piggy butt off the floor, which is getting heavier by the day. And he goes, "Snonk, go now." Snonk, happy. And Volpa just kind of like looks down at him and looks back at you and goes, "Where's Samson?"
Did Samson not tell you the plan?
I don't know, did you, Daniel?
I don't think I ever tell Volpa the plan.
Yeah, I figure.
We have a plan, we have a standing plan that if we don't see each other for 7 days, we meet up at a specific location.
Okay,
And
that makes sense.
we set that sort of thing up, but if it's been too long, that's but we don't talk about our individual days.
Yeah, neither Samson nor Volpa are looking to really be tied down to anything right now.
Volpa looks at you, Luden, and what do you say? Did Samson not tell you? And then, is Urimir in the room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right here.
She approves that Urimir is here, kind of looks at him, seeing that you're, asking her to do something. And she goes, Volpa not like you, Luden.
Yeah, the feeling's mutual, Volpa. Come on.
Volpa will look at Urimir and will kind of trot up to him and just kind of bare her canines a little bit at Luden and then look at you, Urimir, and just sit next to your heels.
And Luden
Volpa.
Luden will look over at Urimir and just be like, I don't think you need me to translate what's going on here. And then he will try and pick up Snonk, because Snonk has tiny legs and cannot run very fast.
As you pick Snonk up, he's just kind of burying his nose, as if looking in the crease of your arm for berries and underneath your armpits for more.
That's not how this works, man. And so Luden now is going to go back into the fuzzy navel. And as they're walking, he's going to go to Urimir and be like, I feel like we should tell him we're checking out.
Do we leave the card key at the table, or do we leave it in the room? Do we leave it at the bar, or do we leave it in the room?
He's been nothing but nice.
Yes.
It's the appropriate response, I feel.
I know,
It
it
would
was
be rude
just
to
adorable.
leave without telling him goodbye. Is Belgain there?
A Belgain, of course he's there. He's past it's after 12 now, so now it's appropriate to drink for most people. So he's more people are ordering fuzzy navels. He's got some reddish dwarven ale being passed around, and he sees you all, or he sees just you two. He just kind of nods and smiles at you all as you kind of walk. You're holding the animals, and he's just kind of I guess they're going to the spa again.
He's frantically come here.
Belgain wanders over from the bar, and he brings 2 shots of fuzzy navels with him to you guys.
Yeah, he knows what's up, man. Oh, great.
It's and Luna's gonna be we have to keep our wits about us this time, our good friend. But and he's before Urimir can say anything, and he's gonna be so we have to leave, unfortunately, and I don't know if our roommates, our friends have left anything in their rooms that they want us to get or not. So I was wondering if you could open those doors really quickly, we could grab their things and go.
Oh, well, Urimir would have had a key to that room. So you retrieved the animals from that room, because they obviously Volpa and
they
Snonk.
were in the same room with us.
Volpa and Snonk wouldn't have been in your room. They would so Urimir would have been able to access that room very easily.
And was he able to access Fenn's, Prearia's, and Hesperis' room as well?
No, they all were in the same room. You guys got 2 rooms.
Didn't know that.
One room
you
for
were
you.
the only one.
Oh, that's cool. That's fine with me. That's completely fine with me. Yeah.
But I round up everyone's stuff, just stuff it in my bag of holding, and we'll sort it all out later.
Yeah, and I pack light anyway, so I really don't need to have much stuff.
Yes.
Okay. We have all these things.
Belgain, there's a pretty decent chance that people may come looking for us.
Luden now is looking at Urimir
He's sweating. He's like that meme.
I don't want there to be any consequences that fall upon you. So just if you ever need anything, or if you ever do run into any trouble, just what am I trying to say here?
I don't know. What are you trying to say, Urimir? Belgain, you are a noble here, right?
Technically, I am.
Do nobles get a little bit more leeway with the crap that they do?
I mean,
Just in general.
it depends. I mean, I can't murder someone, obviously.
We're not asking you to
Oh,
do
no,
any of that.
no. Yeah.
No. Yeah, I think he'll be fine. And he'll be like, but for your troubles, here. And he'll give Belgain, and he'll be like, I know you didn't make me pay for my room, but you one of the nicest faces that I've seen in a very, very, very long time. And that honestly is worth more than all the gold that I carry on me at this point. So here you go. And he's going to give him 10 gold to pay for just that whole thing.
He is just kind of like, oh, you did it well. That's a lot. You really don't have to do that. That's very generous of you.
Belgain, this might be the last time I see you. I don't know. I really hope to see you again, but we need to leave now. And he's going to go ahead and like start pulling Urimir towards the
Before
door.
you can even leave, like big old Belgain pulls you guys in for a big, he brings you into a big old dwarven grizzly bear hug and just holds you guys. Like he smells like tobacco and peaches, and it's beautiful because that is the natural musk of Belgain vigor.
Oh, we drink it in.
Oh, I love it. Love it, I love it, I love it.
Yeah, give him a
And-
big hug back. Say,
Oh, yeah.
Glory to the strong, my friend. You are one of the best people we could have possibly hoped to meet here.
Lord to the strong, Belgain.
Glory to the strong, and you are indeed strong. We'll miss you, fellas. I really hope to see your faces and all your friends walk back into me pub one of these days. I really
yeah.
do.
We'll tell everyone we know about the fuzzy navel and Digbrand.
He
And
just-
then Luden will actually take out the contract, and he'll be like, "Here, something to remember us by," and he'll give him the contract.
And he'll take it and goes, if I ever need to find you, I'll know how to.
There you go.
There you go.
All right.
It's something they owned. Daniel, that's for that facial expression you're making. It's like, what does that mean?
And Belgain, if possible. Actually, never mind. It's all good. I don't think Samson would appreciate it if I did that. All right, let's go. And he's gonna start walking out, snock under his arm, like the pig he is.
The pig he is.
The pig he
Yes.
The little piggy tail is just like boop, 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 boop.
I'm assuming Volp is just like walking with me.
Volpa is at your heel. She
Great.
trusts, like, a sign of trust to you and you alone.
I'm completely fine with that. I don't care about Volpa.
She knows how Samson feels about Luden, and she also is a reflection of Samson.
Every now, yeah, Urimir will just smirk at Luden every now and then. They'll look back down at Volpa like, yeah, we cool like that.
And Luden would just be like, "Shush, sad man," and then keep walking.
Did you guys get Mountain?
Is
Yeah.
Mountain? I thought Mountain is always with Praeria. Like in her hair.
He not in the pocket?
I'm pretty sure we checked him with the rest of everyone.
Did you?
Oh well.
That is my fault. I thought he was in your hood. Then I thought he was in your hood. Otherwise, I would have mentioned him.
I was trying to. I'm pretty sure that we did.
Reina's having a heart attack over there. Like, don't you dare! Like, her voice. Don't you dare leave my baby behind.
Oh, she's 14. We have to go get.
No,
I apologize. I thought,
Look.
like, you always talk about him being in your hood. I apologize.
That's cool. He's
this
probably
point,
holding
either
on
he's
to Volpa or something, her tail or something.
You all see as you guys turn around before like you can leave. You see the Rog just like running like a sad toddler, like don't forget me.
I will go back. I will go back and grab
trips a little
Mountain.
bit, and one of his like mushrooms cracks forward and for a second, and he just kind of like picks himself off the floor, and like, and Snog just kind of like, wait, Berry man.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll turn back and I'll scoop him up, and I'll try to straighten up his little mushroom. I said, "Don't tell Briaria about this."
You've never heard him say a word, but you're still terrified that they're able to communicate.
Yes, I feel mortified. So
somehow
I just remember that flash of the daggers when you guys were telling me about it.
Somehow his black, glassy obsidian eyes just look a little bit glassier than usual.
I'll put him in one of my pockets next to Scrappy, and I'll be like, you guys just keep each other company.
Half of his head is just kind of poking out. With a like half broken mushroom on his head.
No.
Oh man,
I'll fix it. Don't worry.
This is not good. Urimir. All right.
It'll be fine.
Okay. And we don't have to pass the place where we go get clothes and stuff to get back to the Den of Honor, do we?
Do we?
You can pick up your clothes if you'd like.
Okay. Urimir, so this is
a few.
In this
Listen,
tense situation,
just a few more things.
no, Urimir, this is how this is gonna work. And he's gonna be like, you have half the gold anyway. I'm going to need a lot more arrows. I don't know how long we're gonna be gone. I don't know how long it'll be until we can get more finely made arrows. Although I can't lie anymore, so I can't even say I love the arrows that y'all had. He's gonna be like,
fine.
Although the arrows that you guys made were functional, and so he's gonna be like, if you could pick up your clothes, I can take. Volpo's not gonna go with me.
Volpo,
I can pick.
Fine.
Okay, I will drop off Snonk and Mountain, and Volpo will come with us to pick up Samson and everyone. Does that sound good?
Sounds functional.
Perfect. I will meet you back at the store on the way back, and we'll meet up together at the vaults. Does that work?
Sure.
Thank you. And he's gonna top of Snonk, and he's gonna start doing a light jog now. Now that he doesn't have Urimir slowing him down, do a light jog to the Den of Honor.
He'll, as we head towards the shops, he'll look down at Volpa, even though we can't understand each other. He'll be like, I see why you don't like him. Functional.
Like I'm trying to learn how to do the chirp, but like her tail just kind of swifts back and forth, like as in confirmation, and just kind of looks back at Luden and just kind of like, she doesn't growl, but like she raises her lips just above her canines and just kind of bears it and like. And her ears just go back like that.
See how many arrows I make for him again. Functional arrows. He needs well-made arrows.
And
he'll just kind of grumble. He'll just kind of grumble to himself into Volpa as they head towards the shops.
Every time you do like the thing, Volpa will be like, ah, ah. Like she'll kind of like chirp as if to like yeah, but like she's like, ah.
Yeah. We're bonding over our hatred of Luden right now.
What else is new?
I think that's a good spot to pick up as Urimir goes back to visit Marbell Pebblegrit to get his clothes, our Edna mode of the campaign. So I think this is a good spot to go to break. All right, let's see here. And we will be back in just a moment. Stick around as the tension builds. Will they get caught? Who knows? But Urimir is picking up his clothes. We're not thinking about that right now.
Urimir's not worried at all. He has complete faith in his party. We are totally fine.
See, every single time you say that, every single time you go down, somehow,
Yes. No, I go down, and you guys always bring me back up. So I trust you. Everything
weird
is fine.
thing. You're never
One of
going
us
to
is gonna
say
get
when you
hit,
come
or Uramir's
back.
gonna fall over on the other side of the mountain.
All right, we will see y'all in a little bit as we go to break. All right, we are back. We are actually going to switch back over to our friends back down in the vaults here. So let's move on over. You guys can go ahead and place yourselves where you would probably have been, if you have not already. Yes?
So this big group of people, that's the bad people, right?
Those are the guards.
Yeah, those are.
Cool. So I think we were over here gaslighting the Wakers.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yes.
And
Where
Praeria
did
had-
Praeria appear?
Praeria is probably right here because she came in from the tunnel.
What?
She came in from the...
Between us? Okay, cool. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Excellent.
She came in right before the guards came in.
As the guards come in, I'm going to cast a message to Hesperis, and I'm going to say, if things go south, I'm going to make a distraction, and you get the queen out of here.
I don't understand what you are saying to me. Who is the queen? Am I the queen?
If that's the response I get, I just take my eyes and I just shift them at oiled Cassius.
Okay. I'm gonna turn around to the Wakers and act as though I'm talking to them, and I'm going to message Praeria and be like, okay, so there is this problem happening. Cassius appears to have changed his clothes and turned around. Did anything like that happen earlier while you were standing guard?
Something like that. I am Cassius now.
You you do not have enough time.
Oh my god.
It's entirely telepathic. Your mouth does not have to move.
We'll say that this is
If
happening.
we just want to stand there blankly staring.
We'll say this is happening simultaneously, because a lot is happening all at once. We'll say this is happening simultaneously. As the and you tell her that as the guards kind of begin to fill into the space, and you see the Wakers just kind of like perk their heads up, and then they kind of scrunch closer together.
No, they're friends. I pat him on the back.
Yes, if you remember, I know you are having problems with your memory now, but these are co-workers of yours. They guard this area, yes?
You there! Guards, please, enter the. Come. We are in need of your assistance. It's lucky you arrived now.
You see one of them kind of like begin to walk up, big belly, and he just kind of walks side to side, and he kind of approaches Praeria, who's the closest, who looks like a shirtless Cassius under a cloak.
Gonna raise her on blast, making stick at him.
And he says, "Halt! You have not been given authorization to be here with 4 Wakers. By order of Lord Caravis Goldlight, on behalf of Gregor Rockbane, you will comply and come into custody to report to Captain Gregor Rockbane for further investigation." You see that there are iron wrist cuffs hanging from their belts.
Is Samson moving forward?
What are you doing?
At first, I go up and I say, What are you under whose authority was that?
Captain Gregor Rockbane.
Gregor Rockbane. I don't believe I know the name. Well, I'm not sure what there seems to be some kind of confusion here. But yes, we do need to leave. There seems to be some lingering effects of the obelisk, especially in this particular area. And yes, we all need to go as quickly as possible. I'm concerned it may spread to everyone else as well. If some of you would be so kind as to escort our friends over here with them.
Yes, absolutely. We are seeing that there are still some memory problems erupting here in the vault. Of course, we have our lovely wakers here who are here to help us since they know so much more about these things, but unfortunately they seem to be a little bit muddled. This person here is extremely confused. I'm going to gesture to the Cassius Praeria. They are having some extreme memory and knowledge issues. I believe it is from the obelisk, the remnants, if you see the goo here.
Oh yes, that's a good point. Hey, do any of you recognize this one? We found them down here.
Farah is going to kind of make somewhat aggressive sounds at them in a weird mix of giant and Sylvan, just rhythmic gibberish.
As you begin to do that, I need a persuasion check from Samson and Hesperis, and I need a performance check from Praeria.
I got a 23.
I got a 16.
I got a dirty 20.
We are fantastic.
I'm gonna come up to the gentleman and say,
I am so sorry. I know this is a very confusing time. My name is Hesperis, and what was your name?
Torque.
Dork.
Great name.
Excellent. Yes, well, Samson and I, who you were just speaking to, we are part of the party that was sent here to solve the obelisk problem. I'm sure you are aware of this.
I am very aware, and you were, on behalf of Gregor, you were not given authorization to be here with 4 wakers. Those are the orders that were given to me on behalf of Gregor Rockbane. Looking at you, Praeria, with your performance, you're lucky you rolled high enough that you didn't seem to be a danger to yourself and others, and you just seem very sad and confused. So they don't immediately put you in cuffs.
That's what I was going for. It's like a weird panic.
You just appear to be a sad, like raised by wolves nonsense person. So
I'm a feral child that they found in the
You're a feral child. So they don't immediately cuff you for that, and they just kind of let you do your thing for a moment there.
I still have the contract that I got it back from Father Crag, right?
yeah,
I thought-
we have the contract, I think.
Yeah, because we had to show it at the gate.
I thought Luden gave the
That was
contract.
my bad. Yep, that was my bad. I gave them the contract. So I wouldn't have given it to... What's his name?
I know we used
But-
it at the temple and we used it at the doors here.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
Which means that you wouldn't have given it to Belgain. You wouldn't have had it.
No.
Would you have given it? Would you like to have given him something else instead?
2
I know.
more casks.
Wait. I would have just given him some more gold and just be like, remember this one remember this gold, remember us by, and then I'll give you that piece of gold.
Okay.
We come back in 2 years, there's a platinum piece like framed hanging on the wall.
Like first dollar bill. But
Yeah.
My favorite customers.
Okay. So you do
I'm
have
gonna-
the contract then.
Yeah, things. If it looks like they're still a little confused, I'll pull out the contract and I will present it to them and say, I believe Lord Gregor is confused. I'm not sure his title, but and I'll present them the contract signed by Caravis, and I'll say, we were authorized for the Wakers by Father Crag. I did not. We did not know that was necessarily a thing Lord Cavis had to authorize himself. It was Father Crag who allowed us to do so, and we can certainly go discuss it with him. But this is very clearly a misunderstanding at best.
He looks down at the contract, and he says, "These were just the orders that I was given. However, it says that you are authorized to wake one named Cassius. Where is this Cassius?"
It is unfortunate. Obviously, we were not able to find him. We were hoping on the second day to come down with these wakers and do this whole thing, but it turned, a little bit of a mess. We also wanted to clean up, make sure there weren't any secondary obelixes, but it appears things did not go entirely to plan. As you can see, we have some memory problems among us now.
I see. Well, I still would like to escort you all up to Lord Gregor Rockbane, and you are expected. I've been informed you were expected for dinner this evening.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to escort you all there.
I'm going to go shower after this. Would you like to join me for that as well?
Oh, good lord.
And I'll look at him very, sarcastically, and I'll say, please, the Wakers, they're going to need our help getting out. They seem to be acutely susceptible to this particular Obelix's curse, for lack of a better term. We should begin moving out, and then I'll go over to crazy feral man and I don't know.
Very confused.
Yeah, I'll just start shushing him like a horse.
Okay.
Give him a look, just like, what's going on here?
I completely understand you are a man of duty and a man of honor, and you were sent down here for a very specific purpose, but is it entirely necessary for us to be escorted like criminals? I do not think it is necessary, and I don't think you think so either. I need a wisdom save of 16 with disadvantage, and I'm using subtle spells so he doesn't know that I'm casting a spell.
With disadvantage?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good for me.
Lauren, you're an archie.
That's a 6.
You got a 6?
You will kindly escort us and our friends up to the doors and let us out so that we may be showered, clean, and ready for our dinner with Lord Kervis this evening. Thank you so much.
You all begin making your way up the tunnels, escorted by the guards. While you are being escorted up the tunnels, Donald will break off from the Wakers and begin to walk towards the guards.
Who?
One of the Wakers, Donald.
Oh, Donald, no. Remember, the arrows are on your left. I know, we are making our way out. It's okay.
Rolled it on his own.
He just kind of looks side-eyes you and just continues to walk over to the guards.
That seems to check out. We wanted the guards to escort him.
We wanted one of the guards to escort him? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm. I'm imagining that Hesperis and Samson are escorting the crazy man, and that the other guards are now escorting the Wakers so they don't get lost. 2 and 2, locking arms as we're walking through.
I will remind you that suggestion means that the head guard fully believes that I am telling the truth and that this is a good idea, and he will do what I say for the next 8 hours. No matter what anyone says to him.
I'm aware. He is not.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
But you now know.
We're all just like, let's play it cool.
You
Kill
now,
Donald!
You now have a good idea which of the four don't previously, when the previous rolls, may not fully believe what you're telling them.
I believe we have plausible deniability here for just that's one Donald. I think we're good. Play it cool. Play it cool.
You continue up the tunnels, moving. I'm guessing you all remain relatively quiet, except for Praeria, who is pretending to be a feral man person.
I think we're gonna go pretty slow. Like if we can set a pace that's really slow, we want to make sure that Finn and Cassius have plenty time to get out and exit the building and make it back to the airship and all that fun stuff, or whatever else, wherever Finn is going.
All right.
I think Prayer is going to try and like slip in a few Sylvan words every now and again to try and communicate with Hesperis.
You don't know that Hesperis knows Sylvan.
She just assumes that pointy-ear people know Sylvan.
Okay.
I mean, I know Sylvan.
That's what Okay, sweet.
We all know Sylvan.
Finali.
Or maybe, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Finali. And Cassius. We're going to switch over to you for just a moment. You make it back up to the foyer quietly. And this invisibility lasts for an hour? Is that correct?
Yes, up to an hour.
Okay. Okay. There are a lot of dwarves in here, still packing up their tents and this makeshift camp that they have put together. You see them kind of walking back and forth, tying up bundles, going over to what was the weapons tent that has been broken down, and beginning to pack up these halberds and the various armors. Make another stealth check.
Okay.
And I will make one for Cassius.
Cassius has like plus 30 stealth to right?
No.
Is this
Please,
with
come on,
advantage?
he's gonna kill it.
Which is, I believe it's regular for Cassius.
There we go,
Because of his
Finn.
armor.
I can be sneaky.
You begin to weave and move through the camp. The dwarves are fairly loud, moving things, the clanging of weapons, clang, 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 as they're brought together and put into crates. The torches and the rations and the cauldrons that were used to cook food for the nightly shifts that have shifted out. Linens for bandages. They're all very, very focused on what they're doing, moving. And you kind of slip by one. Cassius begins to slip by with you. There's a moment where you just kind of you almost run into one as it turns. You thought the dwarf was going to keep going to pick up another bundle, but he seemed to have forgotten something. Turned around to grab it once again, and you almost just kind of touch his arm, but you kind of stop for a moment. And he turns and he looks where you know Cassius is as you're holding him. He's moving through this space, and you know Cassius is next to you, and he turns and he looks, and it's terrifying. You think, you know that he can't see them. But if only he knew that he was there, he would be looking right at him. And the dwarf shouts, "Are we bringing these together in this cart over here? Are we moving it back? Just put it in the other one." And your heart begins to race once more. Being in this presence of all these people and not being seen begins to pump that blood faster and faster. An adrenaline rush. And you continue to move, weaving through, and you move past to the doorway.
We have to open a door, don't we?
You have to go, well, you're at the vault door now. You've passed the foyer.
Yeah.
And now you have made it to the entrance, which is wide open. It is wide open. And you look up with Cassius, and you see all of Gregor's men. There's probably 10 total. You see Gregor himself, and he's just kind of like, he's talking to one of the other guards. He's talking to one of the vault guards, and he seems to be giving directions and kind of like telling people to go over here and gather more carts. You do hear the mention of the group down below, which is Samson and Hesperis.
Okay. They're just outside the door, right? They're just like
they're within like 15 to 30 feet of the door. They're just all there.
All right. I guess we're trying to sneak through them too. Yeah, we have to. We have to leave. We don't know what's going on back there, so he's gonna tug a little bit on Cassius's hand and lead him forward, hopefully into the small gaps in between the guards.
Okay. Let's do another stealth check.
Okay.
Daniel.
My stomach hurts.
Same. It's like another one. Ugh. Okay.
Dirty 20.
Yes, Finalai!
But Cassius will
smiling
see.
at you.
Cassius has rolled a 2.
Of course he did.
Plus 30 to
Plus
32.
at least 9. At least 9.
I mean, he's a Celestial. He's
He's
of
a
the
god.
He's part of the
All right,
Celestial set,
Cassius.
right?
I know we can do this.
Plus
He can
76.
fly.
Cassius has rolled a 2. His total is a 3.
Surely he's got lucky or something.
Ow.
Right. Let's do this.
So,
Had to come to an end at some point, guys.
I don't care for this long silence, Lauren. It's really freaking me out.
I'm pulling up his sheet, that's why. So,
How am I going to kill Finalai? That's...
Hey, Finn's with a god right now, okay? So I feel like the god's gonna kill somebody before
It's true.
God
Finn
only
gets
has a
it.
+1 dex, so I feel like maybe he's not. God.
He's
But
wearing
he's-
plate
but
armor.
he's
You
wearing
leave him
armor.
alone.
He's wearing armor. That's still +1 to dex, though. I won't judge this god. Nothing you can do to stop me.
so
He's tired.
Yeah.
I mean,
He just woke
up.
up.
Like,
I'll protect him.
oh, Jesus. Okay.
So-
Alright, we're good.
you begin moving through the crowd of Lord Gregor's group of guards. And you're moving. You see that there was an opening. And you're moving and Cassius kind of like trips over one of the logs that was used to pitch the tents. And there is a little bit of a sound, but nobody noticed that. You notice that there was a gape between two guards. And it closed. His tripping, cutting a strand of fate to where an opening is no longer. You look over, and there's another opening, but it's right next to Gregor. And there's a split decision as to, should I wait, or should I keep moving?
We have to keep moving.
And you keep moving.
Yes, we keep moving.
You are small and tiny. And you weave through perfectly. Cassius, bulky armor. not very dexterous and light on his feet. You can't see his face, what direction he's looking in. All you know is that he's holding Gregor, or he's holding your hand as you move through. You know who Gregor is, and yet Cassius does not. As your heart continues to beat loudly in your ears, and with a small step, Cassius kind of twists the wrong way, the wrong time. And he bumps into Caravis in the back.
Oh my god, no.
Caravis?
I'm
Or
sorry,
Gregor.
not Caravis. I'm sorry, Gregor. He bumps
Oh
into
my
Gregor.
god, you
I'm like, wait, is this? Oh,
30 times
With
worse.
the
It's all
rhyme.
over.
You realize
It's
that.
over.
And he bumps into Gregor. And Gregor turns around. Doesn't see anything. And he talks to the door. He's like, is there somebody asking for me? Or, and like the other dwarf in front of him is just like, no. Gregor immediately turns around and like grabs his sword out and just begins to kind of like fan it out in front of him.
Sprint!
Yeah,
And-
can I first of all, is he fanning it out right near Cassius?
He takes his sword out as a way to extend his arm and just kind of fan it out in front of him.
And Finn's voice will pop up in Cassius's head like, "Duck now!"
Cassius will roll a dex save.
Strongest suit, huh?
Cassius, you're supposed to be good at this, Cassius.
Cassius, you are a god.
Just pull out your sword and blind him.
They get advantage because of Finn's excellent duck.
I-
Stretch. Is that the help action?
It sounds like
Sounds like a help action to me.
that's at
Sounds like
least
a help action
that's
to
at
me.
least inspiration. I mean,
It's very
Sounds like
inspiring.
we bust through the door right now.
I don't know if the stream saw that.
What did they see?
I just
didn't
realized
see
my
it.
rolls have been private, but
yeah.
I made them
scary.
public again. Cassius rolled a
20.
no,
20.
he did not.
Not a 1, please. Not a
Natural
1.
20.
Is it a
Oh, no.
He rolled a 3.
Okay.
Crap.
2 twos in a row?
I wish I could screenshot it. I'm hoping that the stream could see. I thought my
Holy
rolls were
crap.
public, but he did. He rolled a 3. With his modifiers, that comes to an 8.
So he
Alright.
ducks, right?
He tries. Too late. As it tings on his armor. And at that, what do you do? Like, you hear the ting, Finalai, what are you doing now?
Finn's
Before
gonna like.
I'll give you a chance to react before at this point in this makeshift initiative.
Okay. I am going to. So Finn is going to see this like in slow motion. His face is just like, and he's like, in Cassius's voice, he's just like, "Okay, you need to trust me." And he pulls Cassius, and he falls forward, or sorry, falls backward, and he falls just as he's casting Dimension Door.
Yes!
Right down.
Yes!
Face in time.
Hey.
Oh, I got chills just now.
Whoosh! Amazing.
All right.
Amazing. Amazing.
So where are you going?
Oh my god. Okay.
Where are you dimension dooring to?
Top of the elevator.
Yeah, the farthest I can get the top of the elevator.
You can get to the elevator. I would
That's
say
where we're going, then.
with the tunnel, you can get to the ferry.
That's where we're going then.
So you see you don't see, but you hear the ting, but you do see Gregor's sword just kind of, and you almost see a little spark kind of come off his sword, and this realization come over Gregor's face as he discovers that someone is invisible in the area. He still can't see you, but he knows someone is invisible. And he goes, like, just as you kind of like walk up, like he hears you say, "You need to trust me." Or did you say it in his head?
In his head,
In his head, okay. As you begin to say that in his head, you see Gregor just kind of like reel back to swing, and he goes, there's magic in the area, boys! Be on your guard! Spread out now! And he begins to reel back to swing. You grab Cassius and fall back, and just dimension door all the way to the ferry. Down the tunnel, out of the area. When you arrive, you see far, like 500 feet ahead in the area right in front of the door, the guards just begin to draw their swords and begin searching the area frantically, on alert, now paying much more closer attention, and just beginning to like paw through and search for you.
Okay. Now that they're distracted, can we go up the ferry?
You wait. There are some people that are getting on. They haven't yet quite figured out what's going on down the tunnel yet. They did hear some yelling. In fact, I would say that the guards, some of the people that were there, the guards that were there that were ready to go up, some of them leave and begin running down the tunnel towards them. The ferryman kind of stops and just waits, and you guys get on.
Yes, and we are very casual about it, and we look very casual because I think invisibility, it ends at that point.
Well, yours is gone, but Cassius is still there.
Oh yes, Cassius is still there. That's true.
So
Cassius
you
is still
appear-
invisible, but Finn is not.
You appear out of nowhere with Cassius in hand. They don't see Cassius. Some of the guards begin running down that way. Do you say anything to them?
I think I saw somebody go that way, and he's gonna point towards the opposite way, or like where? So it's a tunnel, right?
It's a tunnel. So you were here. You went all the way here. All the chaos is down here, and the elevator goes up and down here.
Okay, no, I won't say anything then. He'll just kind of like try and keep low.
They do notice you appear out of nowhere.
Okay. All right. He's just gonna keep walking forward like casually, basically, staring forward and just like trying to keep cool. That's really all he can do.
You just walk onto the ferry out of after appearing out of nowhere. William's like, "What's going on?
What do you mean?
What's going on down there? You just appeared out of nowhere. What's happening? I hear a ruckus."
Oh, something was going on down there, and I didn't want to be near it, so I just kind of came over here real quickly. I think somebody's down there. I don't know, something dangerous is happening over there? I'm not sure.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, God.
That'd be a deception check?
I don't know, whichever's
Let's do persuasion. How about that?
Okay, yeah. I was trying to be helpful, but if you're better at persuasion, you do that.
Whatever your heart tells you to do.
Oh, Jesus. 12.
It's not bad. It's not
No,
bad.
it's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad.
It's a very believable lie.
Yeah.
It's like it's a very believable thing.
Yeah.
But like, everybody has magic. Yeah, there's
Technically, it's the truth. Something
The
was happening
ferryman
down.
kind of looks at you and he's like, "Right, heard all about nasty things down in there. A creature that apparently eats your mind. Maybe it's escaped."
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, I've heard really scary things about it, and I mean, it's very possible. There were people going to check it out, but I don't know, maybe it ate them.
Ugh. Well, it's pretty dangerous down here. We should probably go up. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't want to even come close to something like that.
And he begins to, he hits a lever, and you see the, let's say, my mind's gone blank. Deer. I'm sorry.
It was like the elk or
Yeah, elk. Thank you.
elk,
I couldn't find the word. The elk just begin to kind of like move, and then you hear the straining of the rope, and you begin to be pulled up, and you see them just like ants ants that, like, someone has just kind of ran their fingers across the line that they had been following, and they have scattering and interweaving frantically together, and you see the light, the braziers of the vaults where your friends are. And as the platform moves past the roof of that tunnel, it's gone. And you have Cassius. And I think at this point, once you reach the top, traveling through the tunnels, you probably have 10 minutes of invisibility left for Cassius. But you got him out.
Yeah, definitely. Is anyone else around? Like, so if I walk a little further, is the ferryman's there? Is anyone else around?
Oh yeah, there's tons of people. I mean, you're back in the commons, basically.
Right. Okay. Cool. We're gonna go try and find our other friends.
All right.
I'm gonna as after Finn's invisibility drops, I'm gonna message individually Hesperis and Praeria while we're walking, and tell them both, like, something happened. Finn's visible. Cassius is not. I think we're okay, but we should go faster.
Kara's not going to disagree.
Pick up the pace.
Do you say that out loud, or?
No, I cast message.
Okay.
Just assume anything suspicious we say is through message or voicemail.
Message, always message.
We don't speak out loud anymore.
That's not how that works.
All right. So does Finn happen to just see Luden walking with, Snog on the way back?
We will come back. I know there's a meetup point. We'll come back to that as we go back to our party, the 3 that remain in the vaults that are about to walk upon the chaos that is above. So, you guys make it to the surface with the guards and the wakers, and as you make it into the foyer where all of the dwarves were packing up, you can see that they all have their swords out and they are on alert. And the head guard just kind of looks, the head guard that's with you guys kind of looks and like, what's going on? And another one goes, there's somebody here. Lord Gregor says someone's invisible in the area, and we need to find them, and that nobody leaves or goes. He has shut down the elevator, the platform. He has shut down the platform. The area is on lockdown.
Our assistants searching for the invisible person? This is very concerning.
Right, that would be helpful. Yes, if you could advise and help with the searching, that would be very helpful, yes.
Of course. Well, I suppose I will look for the area where there are fewer people searching, then head on this way.
I'm gonna also help with this. And it's like invisible people. Okay. And then I'm gonna start I'll cast light and kind of hold it up and pretend like I'm looking for people who are invisible that might be cast in the shadow, even though they're not supposed to be. And I'm just gonna hold light on the end of my hand and just kind of look around everywhere.
Does that drop invisibility?
It will, but it already ended by now. By the time we get out of the tunnel, right?
Is light concentration?
It is.
Oh, okay.
But by the time we exit the tunnel, I'm sure an hour has passed, right?
Oh yeah. At that point, yeah, and we'll get to that. We will get to that later. And then I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna do that, but then I'm gonna make sure that the guards who are watching the wakers, make sure they get them out as well, and try to get them to a safe place while we wait for things to calm down.
The concern that I have, Samson, is excuse me, I'm gonna gesture to a guard.
Mm-hmm.
We have some people who need medical attention. Is there any sort of circumstance that could be made here? Some of the wakers with us, and of course, hey! I'm gonna flag down Praeria, who I'm sure is like walking into a wall or something.
How long does this guy's self last?
I was about to say, beneath her cloak, she has reverted back to herself at this point.
Oh.
She's just crouched down to kind of maintain the same height, but she's like just hiding under there.
So I'll gesture to yes, people who need medical attention. Do they also have to stay here? What is the safety protocol for this?
Who's injured?
Are you familiar?
Prayer, are you trying to hide?
Oh, she was just trying to like. I mean, I don't know. At this point, there's chaos everywhere, so I guess there's no need.
I think it would have dropped like around the same time as invisibility, right? So
Yeah.
So while we were walking in the dark.
True.
But you could have recast it if you want, if we were in the dark, unless it's takes
I need a short
verbal
rest.
components. Oh, you need a short rest.
Yep.
Ooh.
There's that wrench. Here we go.
But you are. I don't know, sir, how familiar you are. How long have you been guarding here?
Which
You know
one
the
are you,
issue.
which
Just
one are you
the
talking
guard who I flagged down. Just a random guard.
to? Okay.
Yeah, you know the
An-
Obelix situation, severe memory loss, and people generally need, time to rest outside of a frantic atmosphere.
He is going to say, "Who's injured?"
Well, I'll gesture in the area Praeria, but also to all of these wakers who are like ducks, and go, come along. Yes. They're doing relatively okay. They're doing very well, but they have some strange things happening with their memory.
Oh yes, the Wakers. Come with me. Lord Gregor wishes to speak with you immediately. And he will take the Wakers and he will begin walking.
Before you go, you should know that we need to advise everyone to stay clear of the vault. There seem to be some lingering effects. Whatever the Obelix was, I know someone was talking about opening up. I believe it might have been you that told us that. I'm not exactly sure. That you'll think about opening up tomorrow. That is not an option. We cannot do that at all. There are very clearly lingering effects from the Obelix still in the vault, and it may be weeks before anyone needs to go down there.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I?
Nope.
Since I was also talking. Okay.
What? That's an unfortunate roll.
That is a natural 1.
Oh no.
That's on a persuasion, so it's just he doesn't want to do what Samson wants him to do, right?
Yeah.
The guard looks at you, Samson, and is like, "Thank you for your concern, but I will take them now, and I will be reporting to Captain Gregor. Come along." As all of that is happening, because so many things are happening simultaneously, the other guards that came up will look over and see that Praeria is no longer a handsome glass-blowing man under a cloak, and will be like, "Who? What in the hell? Adis! This one changed! This one changed, Adis!" And the other guard kind of looks over, sees it, and then the other guards are kind of alerted to it, and will look over at the now Praeria in a cloak and will say, clap 'em! There's too much. We cannot risk it. Clap 'em!" And he will pull out some irons and begin walking towards you, Praeria.
Well, that won't do.
Are you doing anything?
I'm gonna see if I can do anything.
I will step between the two of them. I'll just like whoa. Whatever it takes to make sure that there's an extra second there if we need it.
He's going to say, "Stand aside. We have been informed that there is someone here and that there are no goods happening about. Step aside, lest you be clapped in irons as well."
I don't know if this is really necessary. Did you happen... This is a guy who was with us, right? Who's like, I recognize that something changed.
No, this isn't. This is another one of the 8 guards that were down there with you.
Okay, but he was down there.
Yeah, one of them is a guard. Some of the other
Sir.
individuals that were in the foyer are starting to approach.
Sir, I'm... Okay. I know this is a very confusing time, but can you explain exactly what you think is happening right now?
All of the guards that are down there, there are too many.
Damn it.
There are too. I'm sorry. Eventually, eventually the charade can only last for so long, and there are too many people, and there are too many guards, and they know.
I cast Fly on Prioria.
As the guard begins to walk over, and he begins to kind of move Samson out of the way.
Yeah,
Samson,
I push him, and then turn around and cast Fly on Prioria.
Freyaria, you begin to fly. The rest of the guards, all around on the ground, after they seeing this happening, hearing that this individual had been one thing and changed to another, the organized panic, or the panic that had been happening before, the rest of the guards over here now think that this is the individual that has been invisible, and all of the guards begin to swarm over here. We might have to roll initiative at this point.
Here we go.
Great.
Let me...
I pull a dagger out. Bonus action, pull a dagger out.
Okay.
And look frantic.
There's that wrench.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
Oh. I knew it was coming, man.
We didn't make it, bro. We were doing.
Nah, we haven't not made it yet. We
didn't make it, or else we'd be rolling initiative.
Oh, you mean we didn't make it?
Yeah, to help them out.
I have
Hey.
complete and total faith in my party.
What level druid are you, Daniel?
Second.
Anything else, Warlock?
Haven't I seen you turn into a bird before?
You have.
Everybody can
It's a
fly.
homebrew thing?
It is.
Okay, cool. Just checking on something.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All
No,
right.
this is fine.
Go team, y'all got this.
Yeah, this is fine. I
just
can't
gotta
roll
escape.
initiative.
just hold
Lauren,
on a
let me
second.
do-
I need to place everybody on the board
Okay.
first, so let me go ahead and do that while you guys, I guess,
Yeah.
strategize and talk.
Or panic. One of those
Panic.
two.
That's also another.
Yeah. So Born ruled early on in the campaign when I made the character that because I'm like Fae, I can do Fae crazy stuff, and that I could ignore
Turn
those
into
rules.
a bird ignoring all CR of druids?
No, I could just ignore I could ignore the swim speed and fly speed limitations because I'm Fae bullshit.
Jesus Christ, dude. Alright.
I still have to. I can't
That's
be
a
like
very nice DM.
I can't be like a strong bird, but I can be like a bird.
Okay.
Like a bird.
Yeah.
All right, team. I think
Everything's
we all-
fine. Everything's fine.
How far
gonna
away
be
are we from the
okay.
elevator?
Oh,
At least 500
at
feet.
least
Apparently.
500 feet.
What are these people armed with?
I think, the ones in blue, I think spears that you can see. Let me look. Yeah, spears and shields.
Cool.
And then let's put our...
We got Cassius out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I
This
said,
encounter
it's
was
just gonna
definitely
be-
designed with 3 people in mind.
Ocean 16, where we have to like go break you guys out of prison next.
Mission accomplished? Question mark.
Yeah, it was all going too good. Like I said, it had to catch up with us. It had to.
Eventually.
Like, things were going way too... Like, those rolls, guys. That was the longest streak I've ever seen of amazing rolls.
It had to come to an end eventually.
Yeah, we're 3 hours into this thing, not including an entire other episode of great rolls. Come on, that was amazing that we got this far.
You're right.
There's not that many of them. We'll be okay. We'll be okay.
Wait, so y'all are gonna fight all these guards right now?
No.
No.
We're gonna get the hell away.
Absolutely.
Brandon was like, so let's hold up real quick. I know we're not there.
Well, the way you said that, Sam was like, there's not that many of them. Like we could take them. I'm like,
he said, what was that level up do to you?
Yeah.
I can take out half of them.
All right, Firefly from hell.
Hey, thank you for the raid.
Oh, did we get a raid? Sorry, I'm in the middle of setting up the combat of the nutso stuff that you guys are doing here.
Yeah, things are about to happen.
Wait, where's the raid?
Raiders.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
and,
y'all came at just the right
Mr.
time.
JJ Land. Mr. JJ Land with the raid of 6. Thank you so much.
It's about to go down.
It's about to go down. It's about to go down.
Let's cut to Urimir picking up his clothes.
Yeah. Let's do that real quick.
Every time something goes bad, let's do it.
Yeah, I need a glass of wine before we do this.
Every
Let's
time
do
something goes
that.
bad, I wonder what Urimir's doing.
All right, you guys may now roll your initiatives.
Here we go.
You guys got this. I have complete faith in you.
Okay.
Okay, Hesperis, see you.
Hesperis needs to be high. That's all we know.
Okay, Samson.
Okay,
all right.
good
Okay,
initiatives.
all right.
All right, team, go ahead, team. There we go.
Okay.
Praeria, fly away.
I leave everyone.
Let's do how that's
Let me roll for the many
6,
people I have on the board here.
7-foot furball, just like flying with her arms out, clothesline and everything. Like, come on, guys, follow me. Yeah.
I should have got that balloon cape now just for this.
A lot of
God.
Rolling separate
Yes.
initiative. Okay.
Hey,
Or it's like one of these guys is gonna go before you.
Oh, there's
3 of
three
them
of
do.
them that go before. All right,
Here we go.
let's do this. So, in the chaos of the moment, the guards now believe that they've found the culprit. Although they don't have all the information, they're guessing that Praeria is the target that
Oh my
is
god.
being searched for. So,
Quick question. Do they only consider Praeria a problem right now?
you don't know.
Okay.
So this
I
guy,
mean, I definitely pushed somebody who was trying to come towards Praeria.
Hesperis just is like, what? Oh no, what's going on? My memory, the obelisk.
Yeah.
Oh my
Where am I? Who are you? My memories.
this guy is going to draw his spear and shield. He's going to rush up to you, Praeria, and he is going to attempt to jab at you with his spear. Does a
How high
10
up
hit?
am I?
I don't think you're anywhere yet.
You're not anywhere yet.
Okay, so you just cast it.
You're just kind of levitating. You're like,
Okay, cool.
I'm guessing a 10 does not hit.
No.
And he just screams, "We found the hidden individual! Attack! Subdue!"
So I'm just like, you're not wrong.
All right, next, this guy is gonna rush up to you, Samson.
Cool. I'm like, whoa! You don't have to do this.
And he is going
my memory.
to draw his long sword and just kind of like flip it in his hands and just attempt to subdue you with his long swords. And he's going to make 2 attacks against you, Samson. As he runs up and he's like, "The traitors! It's the group! The entire group!"
Cool. That's cool of him. Really
Didn't have to
tight.
say that.
We're making some real assumptions right now, aren't we?
I swear.
Super rude.
So out of left field.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
That's a 22 and a 10.
Yeah, the 22 will hit.
That is 11 damage.
11 damage. Perfect.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and use my reaction
Okay.
to cast Hellish Rebuke on him.
Oh.
Now y'all are fighting.
Yeah, I know.
Now y'all are fighting.
And he can make a dexterity saving throw for me. DC 15.
Samson, why are we choosing violence right now, bro?
I swear.
He started it. He hit me first.
No, you didn't.
Okay,
That's a
be the
dirty
bigger
20.
tiefling right now, dude.
He takes
The bigger pay.
He takes 6 fire damage.
Alright,
Like, he and I are not friends. He pulled a sword on me and already hit me once. He started it.
Well, technically,
I
pull
guess
the
we're
sword
not
on
gonna go see our friend anymore.
Did it between them.
Yeah.
All
My
right.
article went to jail.
Okay, there we go. Is that in your turn? Or does that end your reaction, I guess?
Yes, it does.
All right. This guard over here is going to move up. It doesn't suspect Hesperis just yet, and it's going to move up to
Oh my!
attempt
Goblins.
to
Oh my.
it's going to attempt to subdue Praeria. Pulling out its spear and shield. Gosh, another 10. 10 does not hit, I'm guessing.
No.
You out here doing Matrix in the air.
Praeria,
hovering lightly off the ground.
it is now your turn.
Does this affect my movement?
You will provoke an opportunity attack from both the 2 guards that are in front of you, but you can definitely move. You can definitely use your action to move. I think is it 30 feet if she's flying with the fly spell, and then she could use her like an action or
Cunning
action dash,
action.
like action dash or something. I think
Yeah.
She can
So you-
technically dash twice because she can dash as an action.
She-
and
because she's a
cunning
rogue.
action.
She
That's
could
right.
also disengage and then dash.
that's also true, which would not provoke an attack of opportunity.
Or you could stab somebody.
I could
Don't.
stab. I won't stab.
Like, well, I don't know about that one.
He, like, reaches for the dagger, like, instinctively, like...
I don't know about that one though.
Okay. So guys, like plan-wise, are we trying?
We can
Hey,
all
you
fly.
can't-
We can all
Get the
fly.
fuck out.
Get the fuck
You
out
can't
of here.
communicate, guys. This is a
I'm
battle.
just trying to feel like what we're doing. Okay.
I cast fly on you for a reason.
This is why we need our code word.
Okay.
Our code word is
Code word is fly the hell out of here.
All right, chill. So, shit.
What are you doing, Praeria?
She is going to cast Hidden Step on herself,
Okay.
and now that she
What does that look like? What's
Which-
happening?
she just waves out of, like, blips out of existence yet again.
Blips out of existence.
And okay,
Is she? Are you
is
just
the
invisible,
door?
or what? How does that work? Is it?
I'm invisible till the start of my next turn.
Okay.
You can still cunning action disengage and move if you want, so you don't have to be invisible right next to them.
Or she can just fly, take the opportunity attacks at disadvantage. So, otherwise.
Yeah.
Well, it's also Priori's turn, so...
I don't like this game.
I'm a backseat driver. Sorry.
Okay, I'm assuming we're just trying to run. So which
Which way is out?
way is
We'll
in this
say,
map?
We'll say south is out.
South. Okay, bottom of the map.
Mm-hmm.
So, wait, is that my original? Right. Jeez.
What are you doing, Praeria?
Okay, that was a bonus action. So, I'm just gonna. I'm heading toward the exit.
All right, you're invisible.
Yes. Invisible and creeping toward the door.
Are you disengaging?
Yes.
I believe it's a bonus action for you as a rogue. Unless you, what is your phase step a bonus action?
The hidden step is, yes.
Okay, so you cannot bonus action disengage. You are already invisible. You can attempt to go ahead.
Like you could just action disengage too.
You can, yeah, you can action. Are you disengaging?
Yes.
Okay.
If she's invisible, I thought you can't get opportunity attacks for invisible, right?
You
Or it's
can.
like
It would just be a
disadvantage.
It would just
It's a
be a
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Alright, so you turn invisible. You your action disengaging,
Yes.
and you are
I am
moving.
flying toward the door.
You are flying over and towards the door, so you're able to move 30
Yes.
feet. They just kind of like, whoa. They are gonna attempt to take a attack of opportunity against you, but of course with disadvantage because you are invisible.
Cool.
Didn't she just disengage?
Disengage.
Oh well, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Action
right. I'm sorry.
disengage.
Apologies. Yeah, so that would end your turn then. They're just like, he's trying to escape. All right, does that end your turn?
Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot. I have to press the button.
Okay, you're fine. This one is going to swarm around you, Samson.
Good.
As you are in cahoots.
Mm-hmm.
It knows you are in cahoots. He's gonna draw his spear and attempt to subdue you. Good. I've rolled 3 sevens in a row.
When you
Three
say
sevens in a row.
when you say subdue, what do you mean? Is he trying to like catch me, or is he trying to stab me?
He's trying to subdue you.
Like tackle me to the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, so they're not trying to kill you guys. Probably just Samson.
Just
Over
take
to
you to
Samson.
jail. What's all?
All right, that ends his turn. Hesperis, the firefly from hell. It is your turn.
Most powerful.
Come fly
So,
with
they definitely
me.
know that I'm a part of this, right? With his whole like all of them. I'm
Maybe.
included in all of
You
them.
heard what the guy said, so maybe.
I'm gonna do as a last step. Go. Oh my goodness! I don't know what is happening, and then I'm gonna start flying. And I'm gonna. You said that the door was at this lower door that Prearia is heading towards, right?
Yes, you're essentially in the foyer
Okay.
right now.
Okay. I'm gonna fly 15 feet in the air and then take 10 feet that way. Do I take an attack of opportunity?
From the guy behind, yeah, you're in his range.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he will take
Cool.
an attack of opportunity against you.
That's fine.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. All right, that is another 7.
Yes! He made it not to hit the sorcerer!
Lucky number 7, baby.
I
And
rolled 4 sevens.
Hey, that's what it's all about. Foundry's on our team.
That is
In a
That's
casino, this would be
astronomical.
very good.
That is
I'm going
astronomical.
to cast Hypnotic Pattern. Whoop, I think that did it. All on these guys. They all need to make wisdom saving throws with disadvantage.
Okay.
DC 16. Yeah, I floosh back and I go, oh my goodness! And just, the sunset, the what is it called? The time lapse of a sunset starts spinning in front of their faces. And whether or not they succeed, there is a hot second they're like, whoa.
Let's get some more 7s, Lauren. Some more 7s.
Yes.
All
yes.
of the 7s.
Oh my gosh.
Is that all of
See
them?
this? Yes.
Every single one of them failed. They are all incapacitated. They can do nothing until we attack them.
Even the 13?
Even with the 13, the DC is
Hot
16.
spam. Hot spam, man.
She's so
Good job.
powerful.
The
Good job.
dice gods smile upon you all this day. I totally
Blood gods can't do it, so the dice
of
gods
a
do.
13, 5, 8, 4, and like the last one, I rolled a 5 and a 2.
Yeah.
They just see this beautiful hypnotic I don't know what your pattern looks like, Hesperis.
It's the time lapse of a sunset in summer. It's really quite a calming experience. They feel the warmth of the setting sun across their skin. It feels like childhood. Summer spent with a long lost love on their front porch. I stand there for a good minute.
My God, I don't blame them. It sounds beautiful. It's so beautiful. And they start to like drool a little bit as they watch this beautiful time lapse of the summer.
And
they are incapacitated.
Yeah, I'm 15 feet in the air above this guard's head, pretty much.
Okay, gotcha.
And
Noted.
I'm going to end my turn and take some deep breaths.
All right, Samson.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start out by looking at everybody and being very distracting, and I'm going to stalk my heel deep into the ground and call forth my bear friend, and I will use my spirit totem to drop this massive bear into this space, which will give me advantage on strength checks if I need them, and 7 temporary hit points to well, I'll probably move that so that I can make sure I get those to Hesperis and Priori as well.
Okay.
And I'll pull the bear into the air and have it just roar over the entire crowd and everyone who's there, just so it's as loud and aggressive as possible, giving it an aggressive stance. And then I will use my action to take the dodge action, so that attacks against me are with that disadvantage.
All right, nice.
And then I'm gonna call out everyone as I'm moving through, and I'm gonna move away from this guy. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. And then I'm gonna move away from this guy and past the veteran, walk around them both, and I'll say, "Yeah, I was the one who was invisible. What's up?" And then I'm gonna shoot them all the bird and come over here and like come over these two and just kind of push them and get real angry and like get defensive and take the dodge action.
All right, so so these two will take a attack of opportunity against you with disadvantage.
Well, unless they've already taken theirs, but I don't think they have.
Haven't. It was the ones on the left that are now incapacitated.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get very angry and shoot some birds and do all that fun stuff.
Oof, that is a 5, so that one does not succeed. The veteran will take an attack against you, of course, with disadvantage. As they attempt to, I did not mean to do that. Was it? Yeah, that's correct. Yep, that's a 9.
So both those attacks are gonna miss.
Of course they are. You
and
lucky dogs.
Then I'm just gonna continue to have my dodge action up, and I'm just gonna be agitating and angry, and I'm pushing everybody and doing whatever. I'll take my 7 temporary hit points, and I will end my turn there as I'm watching Praeria and Hesperis bail.
All right, that's gonna lead us to the guard over here who is incapacitated, and he's just gonna like. Pretty colors.
Yeah, he is.
Beautiful. Then it's gonna lead us to this guy over here, which is right next to you, Samson. He's going to turn, and he, in response to your "Yeah, I was invisible," he's gonna be like, "Oh, I knew it!
Yeah, you did."
It's always a tiefling," and he's gonna turn, pulling out his spear to attack you. That's a 12.
Well, that misses.
Good golly, Miss Molly. My rolls are poopy. A big old steamy poopy. This one over here, who is incapacitated, is just gonna look at the sunset and say, "Oh, we like sunsets. Don't you? They're so beautiful and so special." And that'll be the end of his turn. This one over here is going to run. Oh, I don't think he can make it. He can't. He can't make it, but he's going to run and then action dash over to you, Samson. The one next to you is going to turn. The last one over here is going to turn, and he's going to attempt to subdue you.
With disadvantage, yeah.
With disadvantage.
Samson's just over here breaking tackles like the best football player.
Bam!
He is the Heisman Trophy.
12?
12 will miss.
Good golly!
It's Heisman.
Samson is a beast.
Oh, y'all, man! And then the other guard over here, he's just gonna look over and he's gonna put his arm around his friend who's crying. He's like, just let it out. It's okay. It's okay. And he's just gonna stare off at the beautiful hypnotic pattern of the summer. And we're gonna move up to the next guard, who's gonna look over and he's gonna say, "You know, my sister was born in the summer." And this is the best part of the entire fight, is just the commentary of the people who are hypnotically.
I make people's lives better. They didn't want to fight anyway.
All right.
She's dangerous.
This veteran is going to move over now. One that is not hypnotically stupefied. He's gonna run over to Samson, who is becoming surrounded, and he is going to make 2 attacks against you in order to subdue you.
With disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
Let's see what happens. Oh my god.
Yes. Yes.
Samson is a god right now.
Just push him.
Heisman.
When you push him, you've got the birds up while you're pushing them.
Yeah.
He picked up what Cassius dropped on his way
13.
out.
13 misses as well.
Jesus.
I am not a high AC character, but
I know.
I'm rolling up with at least a 16, so.
I know.
He is out here murdering.
That will end that one's turn. Guard over here is going to put another arm around his brother, his fellow guard member. He's just gonna say, "You know, well, my brother was born in the winter, but I can see why it's so beautiful. Do you know why we're here?" And he's like, "To watch the sunset together." And that will end his turn because he's stupefied. How long does that last, by the way?
It lasts for 10 turns or until we attack them.
A minute.
Or until we successfully attack them. So they have to take damage.
Incredible.
Or someone wakes them up.
Praeria.
Yeah.
She's invisible.
Yeah. So Daniel makes a good
Alright.
point. Somebody else could take a full action to wake them up. One of them.
Like one of them outside of the thing.
Oh, like they could take a full action to wake up?
No, someone
One of the
else.
ones-
To wake
Yeah.
someone to wake them up.
Oh, okay.
One of them who isn't hypnotized could go and wake one up.
Thank you.
So
Thank
all the
you.
people that are, attacking
I did
Samson
not.
right
I
now.
did not know that. I did not know that. Thank you.
Could stop.
No, sorry, I
attacking
should have
him.
said as well. I just forgot that's how it worked. But yeah.
Well, it's Praeria's turn. What are we doing, Praeria?
Right.
You are flying to the exit.
You got this.
You know what you have to do.
Do I? Do I
Just-
know that?
Just Mach 5. Just
Okay, she's gonna come up about here to like to the doorway, and she's gonna call to the others around Samson and try to get them away from him a little bit. Like, hey, I am here, and then she's gonna book it. I don't know where to because there's no more map.
You can just move off the map.
All right, cool.
So move the full distance. Are you going to use your dash to move 30 feet more?
Just into the darkness. How far can I go? I can't.
Well, just keep track. Like, if you'll take a note of how much feet that you have moved, so that I know. If you'll write it down from the point that you've left the door frame, so that I know how far away you are past.
Let's see. So I was.
Because you'll continue moving past the group outside of the door frame. Because there is a swarm of people out there as well.
So she can go like 90 feet?
Yeah, Priori is super fast. She can move, I think, even more than that. Because it's movement, action, then bonus action dash.
Okay. So just tell me what. Keep track of that and continue to add that up for me.
Okay,
does that count? Does that count for her flying movement, or does fly?
It does.
Okay. Fly applies to that.
Fly gives you a. Fly gives you a. No. Praeria can move 180 feet because fly gives you a flying speed of 60 feet. It's not equal to your movement.
Jeez.
So Praeria can move 180 feet around if she's flying.
Okay.
And I am.
All right.
Alright, so Priori's gone.
Yeah, she's out of here.
Moving into the new space, there is a lair action that will take place for you. At the end of the round.
A layer action?
There's a
Is this a
dragon in
boss
here.
fight?
No. I'm calling it a lair action. They're gonna.
They're holding their actions. That's what they're doing.
The ground shakes, crumples, as crawls out an adult gold dragon.
Yes.
Does that end your turn?
It turns out there was another obelisk.
All right.
It's right on top of you.
Please write down how much feet you have moved. I believe he said it was 180.
Yep.
Okay.
Go as far as I possibly can.
All right. That will lead us to the guard over here, who is going to use his action to wake up this guard right here. So I'm just gonna move him out just so I know. Actually, I'm gonna give him a little color. I'm going to give him color so that I know he is awake. There. Right? He's gonna use his action for that.
Another hypnotic pattern.
Hesperis.
Okay.
He's gonna run over to him and he's gonna be like, "What the hell are you talking about, sunsets?" He smacks him. "Snap out of it, you wussy!
Okay.
You numpty or whatever. You numpty."
I am going to... I'm running out of spell slots here, boys, but that's alright. Is that a good idea? Yes. I'm gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern again! There! It'll end concentration on the other one, so now the 3 back there are out. But 2 of the one next to Samson, and the one that just woke somebody up, and the one who just woke up, they're all... I need wisdom saving throws with disadvantage from all of them.
That's 3, there's 4, okay. Alright.
It's, there's 5 of them.
There's 5. 1, 2...
Because it includes the veteran.
Oh, wait.
I know there's 2 thingies
Oh, because
right now.
the other one dropped and I have to re-roll? Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, you can keep those rolls if you want, but technically you get to re-roll, yeah. They're all with disadvantage, DC 16.
2...
Yes!
Loving it.
That's a
Yes!
nat 1. Nat 1!
Yeah.
Go ahead! Yes!
Three.
absolutely beautiful.
Hesperis is dangerous, y'all.
She really is the best of us. Like,
She's the best.
How many is that so far? Let me see. 1, 2.
There's 3 of them so far. You got a 5, a 1, and a 5.
I need one more.
See?
4.
Doesn't
You need
matter
2
how
more.
many
There's
enemies-
5 of them in there. You got another
I
one?
mean, God, 2 nat ones.
Yeah,
2 nat ones.
And then the veteran's in there
And then
too.
the veteran. I saved the veteran for last. I'm hoping that he won't screw me over.
Please do.
Do it. Yep, there
He
it is.
fails! He fails with a 13! He fails! And then I'm gonna fucking go down the hallway.
Hey.
I'm like, I don't. How high in the air are you? Are you, Praeria?
How high am I? I'll say about maybe like 15 feet.
Okay, 15 feet. I'm gonna be
How-
20 feet in the air, like hovering above you, but I think you're farther away than I am at this point. So
Oh,
there's just
jeez.
torpedoes of going down.
Come on, go on, girl yourself. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, now Samson, live.
I don't think I have any bonus actions that I can use. I'm gonna bonus action. I'm going to use 3 sorcery points to bonus action regain a 3rd level spell slot.
Another hypnotic pattern.
Yes, that is another hypnotic pattern. You're correct. And yeah, so just like going down this dark hallway, you see this almost like golden pollen erupt. And she's just hurtling down the hallway as she regains a spell slot. And that's gonna end my turn.
All right. Hot spam. Samson.
Okay. I am going to I didn't get the thing that I wanted. Yeah, I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna start by just I'm gonna bail. I'm gonna leave this area, leaving these bandits who are chilling around me, and I'm gonna leave their range and run 10 feet out the door, chasing Praeria and Hesperis. Just booking it.
Okay.
And if I think that would provoke attacks of opportunity if they wish.
And they would be normal because your dodge action is done.
Yes, that ended at the start of my turn.
Ironic that the one who casts fire is running.
Yeah.
Yes.
8. That's 8.
11 does miss.
Ooh.
18 does hit.
Finally, something.
That does hit. And as it hits me, I'm going to. You'll see, or no one else would see, but Samson's eyes turn gray for a moment, and I'm going to burn the first of my 13 attempts, a Misty Step, and I'm going to.
Oh my god, I forgot about that!
And then I'm gonna Misty Step away from, like so I would have taken 10 feet to get away, and then I'll go another 20 feet with Misty Step straight down the hall.
Oh my gosh, I forgot
I
about
told
your
ya.
fake gift!
Buffet gift.
Snap!
Oh, wow.
I told y'all we had nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
I have complete faith in my party.
Brandon, we still have a long way to go, but I
I was
think
never
this party
worried. I was never worried.
So,
You all did fantastic, brother.
I still have to get hit, so you do need to roll damage, but for it to work. But because I have to get hit. But yeah,
Okay.
Buffet gift Misty Step as a reaction to getting hit, and then I will roll for concentration on fly. But I got Eldritch Mind now, so I'm as
There we
smart
go.
as can be.
Two damage. I literally rolled the minimum I could possibly roll for that.
This is the best,
Good.
like, streak.
I know. You guys have gotten so lucky
Not even-
tonight.
Not even 3 hours and
I
34
have
minutes
rolled
could stop
the
us on
lowest
this.
I could possibly roll all night
I
long.
told you, charging
Oh,
the
yeah.
dice works.
I told you, charge the dice, y'all. It's
All
always
night
charging the dice.
And then, so as I Misty Step, so I moved 10 feet, I Misty Stepped 30 feet or 20 feet, then I'm going to turn into the Valinar Hawk, which is it's just like a regular hawk, but it's fey, so like its wings are kind of like leathery and beautiful, and they have like they look like they're the washing colors of a sunset, and it has a speed of 60 feet. So I'll, in the rest of my turn, moving an additional 50 for 80 feet out. I think I catch up to Hesperis.
Oh, you're beyond me. I'm only like 25 feet down the hallway.
Oh, I try to catch up to Praeria. That's what I'm trying to do. So that's action, movement.
There's a star in the distance.
And then I will.
Not for long, apparently.
I don't think there's anything I need to do with my bonus action now. So that will end my turn, as I'm now 80 feet down the hallway. How big is the tunnel? How large is it?
It's fairly large. It's probably 30 feet high, maybe a little bit taller.
Okay. I'm flying
it's pretty gaping. I'm terrible at measuring, like, unless I look up comparables. How tall would you say our house is? Like, we have a
40 feet.
2-story house that we're in.
40 or 50 feet.
Yeah, so it's probably about, I would say it's probably 60 feet high then.
Okay. I'm flying dead center if I can, so 30 feet off the ground and moving as quick as I can. And that'll end my turn.
All right.
Later.
Everyone in here who is ranged is drooling all over themselves, except this guy over here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Perfect.
30. How far away are you, Praeria, and no, I'm sorry, not Praeria. Samson and Hesperis from our veteran guy right here.
From the veteran, I am roughly 80 feet.
I'm only about 35 feet away tops.
Okay, so no
I
disadvantage
don't exist anymore.
Is there
Yeah,
is there
Grin.
light in the tunnel? Is it lit
it
up,
opens,
or are we in the dark?
Like, the foyer opens up right to the entrance where the giant door is.
Okay, so it's lit up. Okay, cool, just hacking.
So you are well within range without disadvantage, both of you. He's gonna make a heavy crossbow attack against you, Hesperis.
Okay. That'll miss.
God.
I have a 12 AC as well.
My rolls all night long.
It's been amazing.
The gods,
You are-
Barrel roll.
the dice gods wish you to, like, bid you good luck to win tonight, I swear. And then another one at you, Samson.
Ooh.
That's a 20, dirty 20 though.
I'm 80 feet away. Is that still normal?
Yeah, it's 100, 400 for a heavy crossbow.
Yeah. Hey, at least it's not a longbow.
Yeah, that hits.
Could be so much worse.
That's not good.
Well, let me make sure I can do multi-attack. I don't believe I can. I can make 2 long sword attacks, and if I have a short sword, I can make a short sword attack. So actually, you lucky son of a bee.
So it was only the shot against me that actually happened,
It was only a shot against you.
Brandon was never worried, so.
Not at all. Do I look worried? Face of worry? I'm not
Brandon, you
worried
better
at all.
start looking worried.
Hey, bro,
I'm
you know
gonna
where
take
we
that
are.
as I'm gonna take that as like as a note. I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna write
Worry,
it down.
Brandon.
Write
Dot, dot,
it
dot.
down right now.
Yeah, why you?
Worry, Brandon. Dot, dot,
We ain't
dot.
gotta write stuff. Like, we
Yeah,
can just
you don't have to write stuff. We're just
Alright.
we're having fun.
friendly warning.
We're chilling. This is fun, right?
That will lead to the lair action in the area. because you guys are all flying up, and there's tons of guards in this entrance area. All of Gregor's men, Gregor's in here, and I would roll a. They're gonna try to shoot you down.
That's okay, because Samson's like a god of dodging.
With Praeria in this room being the first one, at the end of the round, I will roll against her.
Holy crap. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, Praeria does an 11 hit.
Nope.
With that, you are able to escape.
Follow me, friends, to freedom.
So,
Go ahead.
Is it clear that Praeria has made it up and out and is gone?
You see, at this point, with that save against the attack, she's able to continue to move. A couple arrows kind of pop up at her as they try to shoot her down. She makes it to the shaft that goes up with the platform, and she just goes up the platform, and she is able to escape.
She's gone. Oh, heck yeah.
All right, everything's going great.
Round 2 though.
But you and Hesperis still have to succeed on attacks made against you in order to fully escape.
Yep.
Can some of them like follow me?
This
Are they
is
just giving
them.
up? They're just like, well, she gone.
All right. Who would like to go next? Who's next? Who's next in initiative? Let's see. Hesperis is next. Is a 14 hit?
I'm going to cast shield and it will not hit. A little bubble of golden light like comes out around me. Again, falls kind of like embers or falling pollen, just kind of sits on top of their head, a little dusty on top of them once I skedaddle out of there.
And with that, you are able to make it to a whole bunch of arrows. Shoot them down! Shoot them down! Don't let them escape!
I am honestly so sorry about this. Okay, goodbye!
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, where am I?
What is going on?
I'm just so confused!
And Hesperis,
You saw nothing here.
You are able to escape. Samson,
Yeah.
are you ready?
No.
Not the fuck.
Go ahead, please.
Your friends don't know if you're gonna make it or not. You were the
They
last
don't.
one.
They don't.
Come on.
I mean, if he gets shot, is he automatically trapped down there? How does it...
I
We'll
don't
see.
believe that his. We'll see. We'll see how much damage.
You'll take some damage.
If he takes enough damage, it will revert him, and he will fall. So we will see. All right, Samson does a nat 20 hit.
No way.
Oh.
A natural 20 does hit, actually.
Why do these dice hate Samson specifically?
Like, seriously, he's gotten jacked up. Okay, wait, what about that damage, though?
You got another Misty Step in you?
I haven't gone since I Misty Stepped the first time. And that was my
is-
reaction.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I feel like...
No,
you're
I
right,
took
you're
my
right.
reaction on my turn. I don't have it
You're
anymore.
right.
How do typical crits work again? I rolled a 6.
You double the dice.
12.
So you'll be 12 plus the bonus.
See if he has enough
So
health.
13.
13 total.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm no longer a hawk, and I get like it goes straight into me and it's just straight through the hawk's chest, and then I switch back into Samson form, and then like the arrow's still stuck in his shoulder where I come back from.
You begin to plummet.
I'm about 30 feet up. So do I just smash into the ground? I assume.
I forget how falling works, but you are falling.
Okay.
It would lead us back to your turn at this point, since you are the only one. So it would be a back and forth initiative at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna. Fortunately, I hit the ground, right? I get the start of my turn because I start falling.
Yes.
Okay. So I take fall damage.
Would you like to roll it?
Sure. It's D6s, right?
We'll say it's 1d6 per 10 feet, I believe, so that's 3d6, right? If I'm not mistaken.
So I take 11 fall damage.
Okay.
And as I crash into the ground, just skid. I maintain concentration on both of those hits when I get hit and afterwards.
Oh, damn.
To hold on to fly, which I keep up. What do I see like as I hit the ground? What am I looking at here?
As you hit the ground, you see all of the soldiers and the guards begin to they start running towards you in order to subdue you.
And there's a bunch of them, right?
There's a bunch of them, yeah.
And there's no one within my current range, right?
Not right away, no.
Okay.
There's someone within like 20 or 30 feet that's running towards you.
How far away am I from the exit?
At this point, I don't. You had 60 feet in, right? And did you? I don't know if you did you dash with that? Your movement is 60.
My total movement got me to 80 feet in.
Okay, so you are 420
420 feet
away.
I was able to escape with one not getting hit. Is that not the case for Samson?
Well, I think you flew out of their range, right?
Okay.
Or am I wrong on that?
If it was high risk, high reward.
I'm doing it more along the lines of a skill check at this point, where
Okie dokie.
at this point you get hit. It puts you in hindrance of continuing to move forward.
Okay.
Okay. So can I hold my movement?
What would you like to hold your movement for? Like, why? What are you trying to do?
I wanna shift, and then I wanna hold my movement so I can move after something hits me.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Sure. I don't see why not.
Okay. In that case, I will. I can't do that. That'll never work. I'm going to. It's about. You said the tunnel's pretty big, right?
Oh yeah, it's very wide. It's huge.
Okay. I'm gonna cast. Yeah, I'm gonna reach out, and I'm gonna reach out into the space. And I'm gonna get real weird. Like there's gonna be this real dark green energy that kind of pulls from the walls themselves, the earth, everything that is this very odd place. There's gonna be some of that kind of like obelisk energy that comes into me as well as I pull from the earth itself. And then I'm going to cast darkness centered on myself. And so magical darkness spreads out around me in a 15-foot radius. Everywhere that I am, it snuffs every light within 15 feet of me. and no one can see me unless they have magical means of doing so. Everything around me, and then I am going to start. I'm gonna try to move the direction that I know as fast as I can, safely, like 30 feet, because I know that's the direction that I could go.
Okay, darkness, snuffing out torches and light until you see absolutely nothing but blackness. You hear the dwarves scuffling and yelling like, "Ah! Where'd he go? Don't lose hope, men!" As like they yell at one another to try to bring back that momentum and begin yelling, and you hear the soldiers coming out of the foyer where you just were, running in attempts to help the others, and you continue to move onward. At this point, I will say, as you attempt to pass 2, we'll roll 2 attacks at disadvantage. From the guards.
Because it's like a big open tunnel. It's a straight line, right?
It is.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah, I'm running in that. I'm basically like running in that straight line, passing everybody, just covered in darkness. 22 hits.
22 hits. I rolled 2 19s that time. As like they're kind of like swirling their spears around in attempts, and one kind of like gets you in the side as you're running.
Hey.
But I rolled the least amount of damage I could possibly roll, which is 2. And
Thank
then
you.
The other one at disadvantage. Okay, here's where my rolls are coming in.
Thank goodness. The other one is not a disadvantage because I rolled a 2 and darkness falls.
Okay.
And I drop concentration on it.
That is 7 damage for that one.
7 damage for that.
As
How far did I get?
I will say that you got... You used your action for darkness, so you got 30 feet. I will say at this point that you are still 30 feet away from the nearest, as you run past those guards, breaking through them within your darkness, and they kind of like, they knew you were coming and like running, like they had a feeling that you might. They didn't know that you were there, but like they had a feeling you might be trying to escape, obviously. So they were probably like moving around like, and it kind of nicked you in the side, the spears kind of piercing through your shoulders as you're trying to run through, and you did break through, and you're 30 feet away. You are 30 feet away, and you are running towards the exit. The rest of the soldiers are behind you. You see the ferryman. I don't know how many feet we're in at this point, but you see him. You see the ferryman, and you see Hesperis and Praeria go up.
Up and out, right?
Up and out.
Okay. All right, perfect. So now it's their turn, right? As I'm running.
I would say they're going up the tunnel. Like the tunnel is very, very tall. They're probably still going up, unless.
No, I mean it's the guard's turn, right?
Oh, the guards just went. So it's your turn.
No, they took reactions against me.
Ah. Okay.
Can we see what's happening?
Yeah, like
Can we
help
take
him?
actions while we're flying?
You guys booked it.
Okay.
You guys booked it. There's no reason for you to think that Samson isn't behind you at this point. In initiative, you could look behind you if you'd like.
Love to look behind me.
We'll say, the guard.
Yeah, there's a lot of commotion, I feel.
You can't yet because it's the guard's turn, but after the guards go, it would go back to Praeria and then back to you.
Okay.
In initiative. Alright. So the guards are going to run up 30 feet, the 2 of them that are closest to you. There's a whole bunch others behind them that are running as well, but there are only 2 that are close enough to get to you within this 30-foot radius, or this 30-foot distance. And they're going to run up to you, and they're going to attempt to subdue you once more. 12.
Well, 12 will miss.
And the other guard is a 6.
Well, 6 will miss as well.
Alright. Praeria, if you would like to take a turn in this initiative, you may. You've moved another... You were pretty far up. At this point, this would be 2 more turns, so you would be another... You would be 360? 360 feet with your movement ahead.
Is there... Oh, oops, that's not what I was doing. Is there an enemy within 320 feet of me?
No.
No.
No, you were like in a tunnel moving upwards within this shaft. You can look behind you and see what's going on.
Sure.
You look behind you and you see Hesperis flying up behind you.
Hi, Hesperis.
Hi.
Okay. So that's all I can... I guess I'll just, like, yell to Hesperis, like, where is Samson?
Can I look down now?
If that is that in your turn, Praeria?
Yeah, can't really.
Yes, you may look. You may look. But you may take your action. Your turn now, Hesperis.
Okay, so I can I see and take an action?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna use my last sorcery point to cast Distance Spell, which would make this spell be 340 feet, and I know that I'm below Praeria by like a lot, because I'm significantly slower than
Yeah,
she
you are
is.
significantly slower.
I'm gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern with my final 3rd level spell slot that I just got back on all of the guards that are around Samson currently.
But the question is, can you see? You are up in the tunnel. Can you? Do you have to be able to see?
If I go against the... I don't have to see.
You don't have to see?
It just says within range. I don't have to see. I would be able to move up against the wall and maybe get an angle at them because he's almost on the platform, right? I would just be like frisbeeing it out the bottom. I don't need to see. It just has to be within range, which is 340 feet if I use my last sorcery point distance spell.
I'm reading it now.
It's only a 30-foot cube, but those are all that could get to him and attack him within a turn.
It doesn't say you have to see. That is true.
Yep. Technically true is the best kind of true.
Oof, I don't know about that.
I have other spells that do specify that I have to see, and
That is true. That this is a tough call for me right now. Spells typically do say that you have to see. Can you justify to me how that makes sense? Can you justify to me how Hesperis would be able to do that? What is your plead here? What is your plead here?
What is my plead?
How does
This
it make
spell
sense?
is the spell that Hesperis uses more than any other, except for Magic Missile maybe. She knows that Samson is in trouble. He's waylaid by something. She can hear the sounds down below. She's going to close her eyes, full Ghibli moment with the hair in place, have her hands out below her, and remember the space, know where it is, know where Samson is, because I think she would just barely be able to see him, and just throw it out behind him. Just a wall of orange, yellow, and pink light behind him.
Okay.
If it helps, they can all do it straight instead of with disadvantage.
I think, given the circumstances, and knowing where to place the spell, I think rolling a percentile. How accurately do you place it to how accurately do you place the spell?
Okay.
And what will it hit? Will it hit all of them or some of them? And I have a number in mind. So you can roll.
Just a D100. 76.
Okay.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
My number was 26, so you beat it.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
And
they all get saves.
You beat it by a lot, so I will say that they do need to make that wisdom save.
Still with disadvantage, DC 16.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
One rolled a 5. Another one rolled a 9. They are both completely bonkered.
Okay. So nobody would be within range to attack him on his final attempt to leave, right? Because anyone within range would have been hit with I mean, unless there's a guy with a crossbow on the other side of the room. I don't know.
No, they wouldn't. They would, at that point, like, those were the only two. However, I feel like you rolled pretty high enough that you might have hit Samson, too.
Okay!
Wait,
roll with...
Wait.
If I put him within the cube, if I place it over him, it could technically happen, yeah. Because I've done it.
Is it a 30-foot cube?
Yeah, it's a 30-foot cube.
Yeah, it would, because they're right next to him.
Okay. That's a wisdom saving throw. DC 16.
Come on, Samson, you got this. Light work.
I rolled a 15.
Okay. We just have to go back down and get him. That's literally all we have to do.
All right. Cool.
I assume I roll with disadvantage too, so
You do, yeah.
that would be a total of a 9.
Yeah, Fly also would.
Yeah, Fly dropped a while back. So actually, however far Praeria was, I dropped Fly when I cast Darkness. So
I thought Praeria had gotten all the way out at that point.
Yeah. Praeria is all the way out.
Praeria would have gotten all the way out. If she's at 360 feet up, she's probably already out.
So as I'm getting ready to run, I am look like there's like sweat beating down Samson's face, and he just sees the lights of the Feywild again, and he's happy.
I will tell you, Samson, they are exactly the sunsets of the summer court of the Feywild.
It's beautiful, and Samson's happy, and he stops running and puts his arms around the guards who were chasing him, and looks up at it.
Okay, I'm gonna come back. I mean, I don't know how initiative works now, but I can come back down and wake him up, or no?
You're so far away.
You're so far away.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Just go. It'll be fine.
At this point,
Go get him.
I mean,
Hesperis, you are the only one who can fly. At this point, it has devolved into more of a skills challenge.
There's
You
no
don't
way.
see Samson. You don't know. Hesperis does not know whether or not the guards have succeeded or failed, and whether or not Samson has got out. Without metagaming, what does Hesperis do? What would Hesperis do in this situation?
I mean, I think I'm super good at this spell. I know I don't have to see to cast it, so I'm gonna just keep going, I guess.
Which makes sense.
Which makes sense.
Breaking out.
At this point, in initiative, it would be Samson's turn, which he took it. The rest of the guards will catch up and will take Samson into custody. As the rest of you escape, and Samson is left behind and is taken into custody. And I think that will probably be where we end tonight's session tonight.
Oh, man.
Yep.
What about Urimir's clothes? Urimir's got his drip we gotta go get.
Look, first thing next episode, Urimir gonna go get the drip, okay? It's happening. And I guess I'll pick up Luden's old funky ass arrows too.
Hey. It is what it is.
He looks fancy enough.
4 hours, guys. It couldn't last for 4 hours. This is the equivalent of lasting 7 hours of Great Rolls.
Everything went better than expected.
It did.
It did.
Like, now all we have to do is break out with Samson.
That
We don't have
was
to wake up somebody, revive somebody, like. Here we go.
that was intense. That was intense, guys. Let me thank all the we had a lot of stuff going on. Let me thank everyone here. Let's see. Thank you, Game Player 3009 for the resub. He said take my money and resubbed. Thank you for the resub for 2 months total. Thank you, Brother B, for the resub, 7 months total. Thank you, Void Bound Radic. You have tossed so many bits. You tossed 13, 14, so many bits throughout the entire stream, and we are so grateful for that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Exo Havoc, for the follow, and the host of One Viewers. Thank you so much. Thank you, Altong3, for the this Prime sub. Thank you so much. Let's see. Thank you, Mr. JJ Land again, for the raid of 6 and the follow. Thank you so much. Let me look at my announcements here. My ending announcements, my closing. Yes. Thank you so much for everyone for subscribing and following. If you enjoy our show, please consider supporting us with a sub or use that free Twitch Prime sub. Again, it takes a lot of work to bring you this awesome content every week, and we want to keep bringing you this awesome content every week. Subscribers, of course, get access to our exclusive emotes. You can catch up on our shows on YouTube as well. And then you can also support us on Patreon as well. We have a vault of homebrew goodies that we offer on our Patreon there. We have our other shows too. We have our Twisted Veil show on Tuesdays, which is tomorrow. Our Twisted Veil show will actually be starting at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard. Is that right, Daniel? 7:30?
Oh, yes. Well, yes, right now it is.
Yes.
That is subject to change.
Okay. It usually starts at 7. I believe we're starting at 7:30 tomorrow for our Twisted Veil show. That is our Through the Breach Malifaux campaign. Deanna plays in that campaign. We're actually going to have 2 new players tomorrow, so that is super exciting. We can't wait to show you guys, show them off to you all. And that is, again, through our Through the Breach Malifaux campaign that happens on Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, we are currently doing Curse of Strahd. We do mini campaigns through our Iron Valor show. Again, we're going through Curse of Strahd. We're only on episode 3, so that is a show you can quickly catch up on and get a part of. I am in that show. Raina is in that show. Brandon is in that show. Daniel DMs that show, and I play, and we all play, and it's super fun. And then Short Rest on Fridays, where we just kind of kick back, we talk, we chill, hang out with the chat and the cast and crew. I'm currently going through Man of Medan. I'm playing through Man of Medan right now, which is a super fun cinematic video game that allows you to make choices. I have the audience help me make choices, and very cinematic, very very much like watching a movie, and people can die. There's the butterfly effect and all that good stuff. So lots of fun there, and you can join us on Short Rest at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Fridays. Other than that, I think that is the end of our show this evening. So we will see you tomorrow for Twisted Veil, and we will see you back on Mondays for more Fate's End. Who are we raiding tonight, Daniel?
Oh, we're going to the Quest and Chaos, and I'm sending that now.
All right, sweet. All right, so make sure during the raid to send lots of love, lots of snog hearts and huzzah mugs and all that good stuff, and show them how much you guys love them, and just let them know that Ink and Lyre sent you. And we will see you guys next time. All right. Bye, guys.